by unplug it, plug it in right away. You need to do some sort of refresh on the page to the right. You know?
So what, are you supposed to give it like a minute when you unplug it?
No, you can do it right away, but sometimes it just comes back right away. Sometimes you need to reselect it on the, because it's got an address assigned to it. It's got a page, right? Okay. So you can access it. Yes. And they need to restart the video on that one because it freaked out, like what happened? Yeah. So there's little things that it's still not as plug and play. Right.
So you gotta be glitches and bugs.
Yeah.
Work out. It's new technology.
Yeah. But I can see that being the future. They kind of.
Yes, dude. Like I said, I'm trying to get that to that point in my church.
Yeah.
But the stuff is so expensive, but it's still being introduced.
Right. The other selling point is that those buses are PoE.
Oh, yeah.
So we're able to send it to the stand, the camera stand over there, and we don't need to plug it into any power source.
Yeah. That is good. That is plus. That justifies the cost.
Yeah. What's up? Hey, man, how you doing? Ready to go? Ready? You good? You good? Cool. Give me a big game here.
No money out of our pocket.
Hopefully sweet out of the
Definitely put that to that, because like you said,
You can do it.
Hey, Aaron, I was telling this is what I want for the church.
Yeah?
He's trying to video over the network. So when we get our these into a camera via HDMI, and then we run internet to whatever anywhere else. But only 900 sources. Oh, we need like a few. No, they got a cheaper one for like 500.
That's super worth it.
That's awesome. Yeah, they're really cool.
So essentially it's wireless.
New technology, brand new. So like it's still, that's what. Yeah, maybe wait a little bit.
Not only have I helped you get started,
Bird dog?
I'm also
Very
helping
cool.
you get started financially. In fact, in just the past few years alone, my business
So like that's not hardline to the computer? Or it is, it's not wireless. But it can be.
real estate projects.
No. Even though, okay, maybe there is a wireless
When I
version
went
actually
to
out of the
the
pack.
bins and
It's made by Newtek, but okay. However, if your Wi-Fi is not reliable, then I would not, I'd rather just go hardline.
The only one that told me that
I'm super excited to see it.
I did that deal.
Well, we're thinking about expanding the location here.
Great. I was like, not believe that I did this. Like, that's awesome. I had to do it again. Throughout the summer, we've had like 6, 7 deals going on. My confidence level, at that point, it was just a deal of real.
This is the title of the
After this, what are we going into? After this, one's on.
Junior Varsity Varsity UK All-American. Junior returning junior varsity UCA All-American.
On your device?
Senior returning junior varsity Brianna Roy.
We're just keeping up right now, guys.
Does your little Wi-Fi thingy, your little box, does it say anything on it?
Receptions, Guajardo, and Garcia. Number 12
Senior returning junior varsity.
Okay, then it's connected. Is it on the bottom, on your right hand bottom, where the internet connects, make sure it's connected to internet, to the Wi-Fi.
Oh, okay. So it's not on?
No, we just turned it.
It says no input, so something happened to the camera.
Okay. Let's see, we switch the battery.
Is it raining over there?
And remember, you can see the red light.
It might be the...
So if you guys see the red light, that means you're on.
Motion
Helps so much.
and the kilos and hundred.
Change the battery.
Can you open your, on your left hand, on the little, when you start it, you can go to your left hand side, the corner, left hand, bottom corner, the little, where you start, you can go to, let me see.
Yeah.
Okay, what about that? But that's him, right?
Yeah.
It's really funny.
Are you pointed towards the center?
This is really going to be above,
yeah, I see your camera. Are you pointing towards the camera right now? No.
You know what I thought?
that would be the Wi-Fi. Maybe on your little box, yeah, and the little box down there that has the exclamation point, can you double click on it?
Not now, right? We'll do it.
So it can open up. See,
So why don't you do it? I'll take this one. Okay. Slide down to the bottom. Go down to sorry.
the OBS shouldn't affect, yeah, the OBS shouldn't affect the Wi-Fi, you know.
I don't know why you escaping it out.
We're gonna have to constantly
Maybe when they're running the battery. I know that's what we
You don't get it on Dropbox. Remember, you get it from your desktop. That's why we put it on the desktop. Oh, the stream key, on the stream key, yeah. The stream key, yeah, you would get it from Dropbox.
No, I'm not gonna do that the whole game. It's just like, I mean,
Yes.
whatever we want, I'm trying to.
So you're gonna really try it?
Not this game. We don't have this set up? But once I can do it, right?
Stream key.
Well, the idea? Eventually. Eventually, yes. X2. Not that. Money. Money. Are you on?
Before you have time to worry, we'll get you taken care of fast and easy. Now you can get back to your day with a healthy smile.
Truck Techs in Harlingen is your source for lifts, wheels, and tires. Talking trucks of any size, any model, and any year. Specializing in accessories with top-of-the-line products to bring that special look to your truck in a professional way. Lifts, wheels, and tires, with financing available too. Call today or stop by Truck Techs in Harlingen.
Our professional advisors at Employee Retirement Service have been providing financial and retirement planning for many years for employees of different employment.
To help fulfill your retirement needs, come experience the difference with us.
And let's plan your retirement together. Call us at 956-440-8774 to schedule your appointment today.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Xavier. This is Sarge, and we're the owners of King Cuts Barbershop, and this is the King Cuts crew. Welcome to King Cuts! We specialize in all kinds of men's cuts and hair designs. Keep yourself groomed. We'll take care of the rest. King Cuts, where fresh cuts are served daily.
Before you have time to worry, we'll get you taken care of fast and easy. Now you can get back to your day with a healthy smile.
Head to downtown Harlingen for great food, shopping, fitness, and fun. Welcome to Coletti's. Take a break for a quick lunch with handmade burgers, pastas, salads, sandwiches, and pizza. After a long day, have dinner with us where we have over 20 new menu items. Join us for Margarita Fridays and live music Fridays and Saturdays on the patio. Make any day memorable at Coletti's. Visit colettis.net. Downtown Harlingen. It's where you belong.
Hino Gas is a proud supporter of Valley High School sports and academics. We encourage you to be prepared for the fall and winter season. Visit hinogas.com to get your propane discount. At Hino Gas, we're here to help. Call us today.
It's always a holiday at the Restore.
Come check us out at 507 North 1st Street.
Miss a day, miss a deal.
We're open Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Visit us today.
There's lots to see and do in the Rio Grande Valley. If this means the world to you, trust your vision to Gulf Coast Eye Institute. For over 25 years, we've served patients with comprehensive care using the latest technology. Our team of doctors cover a wide spectrum of eye care specialties with locations across South Texas for your convenience, and always treat you with compassionate care. We want you to keep seeing and doing everything South Texas has to offer. Gulf Coast Eye Institute, your world, your vision.
Pass up the savings at Mikasa Furniture. Score big at Mikasa Furniture.
7533 Boca Chica Boulevard, Brownsville.
Looking to add that special look to your home? Then stop by Nip and Tuck Draperies in downtown Harlingen. With a wide assortment of draperies, blinds, bedspreads, and more, they specialize in creating exactly what you want. Quilting done right in the shop, in the workroom. Open Monday through Friday, or call today for free estimates at 956-428-4331. Visit us on Facebook or stop by 214 East Jackson. It's Nip and Tuck Draperies as you shop downtown Harlingen.
The flag graphic can go now, so we can exit out of here. It's up. You can stop recording.
How long ago? Are they singing? Yeah.
Welcome to this live audio broadcast brought to you from Bogus Stadium. It's Friday Night Lights, South Texas style. Aaron Signs, Isaac Signs, Matthew Cavazos in the booth tonight, and we're excited to bring you this 32-6A matchup between Harlingen South and San Benito, second game of district play for both teams, and it is going to get lit tonight here in the stadium. Isaac, we talked a little bit before the game about this matchup. San Benito coming in here off a big win, battle with Arroyo last week. What do they bring to the table that we need to watch out for tonight?
Well, San Benito, one thing about them is they are a feisty team. They're going to come out and they're going to make sure that their presence is felt on both sides of the ball. Now, one player I'm going to be looking at for the Greyhounds tonight is their leading rusher, passer, and basically do-it-all, Jacob Cavazos, the quarterback there for the Greyhounds. One key focal point for this South team is to contain him, whether it be in the pocket, out of the pocket, and really fluster him throughout the entire course of the night.
Matthew Cavazos, I'm going to go to you to talk a little bit about Harlingen South tonight. What do we look for with Harlingen South?
Harlingen South, they're really a run-dominant team. They used 3 running backs, Corbin Hendrick, Emilio Quiroz, and Orlando Muniz. And they did bring in another rusher last week after one was shaken up. I don't know if we'll see him. He wasn't on the roster last week. But we also have David Torres, big arm, real good accuracy with big receivers on the outside. Derek Delgado, Austin Montalvo, and Brady Bennett, the tight end / slot receiver.
It's going to be an awesome matchup tonight, folks. We're giving you this live audio broadcast. Cannot show the video tonight till sometime after the game. And so for those of y'all tuning in, it will be live audio only as per UIL rules. KHGN and team bring you this game tonight along with Real Sports Live. HCISD Excited to bring you this game on this live audio broadcast. San Benito Greyhounds will be receiving tonight. They're going to send 3 deep to return this one. Harlingen South will be kicking to the south. The wind has died down here in Harlingen after a few days of beautiful, cool weather. We've got a beautiful night for Friday night lights. Kickoff now will be turned by number 20 for San Benito. That is Castilleja. He's going to take it to the right-hand side. Here comes the would-be tacklers. Shakes off 2, 3. He breaks it out to the 30. He slips another one to the 35, 40, 20, 50. Down at the 50-yard line is number 22 able to finally wrap him up.
Nice job there by Castilleja making that return and putting a strong effort together. Good way to start the game for the Greyhounds. As you know, they want to send a message early to this Hawks team that they're here to dominate and compete to the highest level.
All right, here we go. Greyhounds again coming off a big win in the Battle of the Arroyo last week. A lot of people will say that Harlingen versus San Benito, that's high, versus San Benito is the biggest rivalry in South Texas. Well, folks, I believe we're going to get to see another one emerging tonight. Harlingen South versus San Benito. And here we go, folks. We're ready to kick this off. And the Greyhounds will go to work. Shotgun formation now, 4 wide receivers waiting for the snap. Gets it, looks downfield, going to pass it out to the flats. Caught, number 20, down to the 50, shakes one, down to the 45. Finally tackled close to the first down marker.
Little bubble screen action there from the Greyhounds, starting the game off with a little bit of a wrinkle, trying to catch this Hawks defense off balance. And there it is Castilleja on the carry there for the Greyhounds, getting a couple yards to get this game going.
Jacob Cavazos, he was a star last week, putting the San Benito Greyhounds on his shoulders in the 4th quarter and winning that battle. And he goes to work here, sends a running back out into the receiver position, looks downfield, empty backfield, lets this one fly as a receiver wide open. He catches it down to the 5. This is going to be a touchdown for the Greyhounds as he connects with his receiver wide open, number 5, Brandon Valadez.
Right there, the Greyhounds not wasting any time. They go empty set, full wideouts to both sides, and what it was is basically a seam route. And you got to give credit to Braden Alexander for creating separation at the line of scrimmage. That ball was lofted in perfect position. Nobody home for the Hawks over the top, and that translates to an easy 6 for the Greyhounds.
Folks, we're at 11-12. We just started this football game, and the Greyhounds strike first, going through the air, touchdown, number 5, Brandon Valadez. And folks, this is going to be a good one. Looking forward to see how Harlingen South will respond. Extra point attempt coming up. Number 35 is going to kick this one. That is going to be Fernando Perez, and it is up, and it is good. I'm going to throw it here to Matthew Cavazos in a few seconds, and I'm going to have you talk about the stats on that first drive. But Isaac, let's talk a little bit.
We are this close.
We're this close.
We are this close. Of wanting to
making history. This close to changing the world.
We're this close.
This close. This close to making sure no child suffers a crippling disease
ever again. This close.
We are this close to ending polio.
Ending polio. All we need is you.
This close.
If we don't act now, we may lose this chance forever. Help Rotary make history at endpolionow.org.
Game can potentially come down to, but a nice hot start there from the Greyhounds.
Yeah, the Greyhounds, like you said, they've got to return all the way to the 50-yard line. Then the bubble screen, that's an 8-yard pass and catch for Jacob Cavazos as he gave it to the running back. That was 8 yards, and then just threw it, like you said, over the top. No one was back. They didn't have a deep man. He had gotten a step on 2 Hawk defenders. Just a perfect pass right over the shoulder. He takes it. That's a 42-yard touchdown. Jacob Cavazos, 2 for 2, 50 yards and 1 touchdown.
And here we go. San Benito getting ready to kick this one off. Again, 11-12. We just started this game, folks. 7-0 is your score. San Benito Greyhounds get on the board first. Kickoff going to be a little squib kick. Field at the 10-yard line, out to the 15 now. Move out to the 20. Here he comes, finding a hole out to the 30. 35, and he'll stop right there. A good return for Harlingen South as they get ready to bring out David Torres and the South Hawk offense.
Right there, Austin Montalvo there on the return for the Hawks, trying to maybe one-up San Benito's nice opening return. As we know in this game, flipping field position and getting off to a hot start is something that's going to be a key indicator in who can come out on top. Now, the South Hawks will see what they have to open up this game on the offensive side of the ball.
Now, just looking on the field right now, offensive line looks mighty good against those San Benito Greyhounds. They look matched up well. This is going to be a battle in the trenches. David Torres, he's back in a pistol formation, sort of. He's got 2 receivers to his right. He's going to hand this one off up the middle, and that's Corbin Hendrick, falls forward for a gain of 1.
Right there, just an inside zone run, trying to open things up. As you just mentioned, Aaron, this game's going to be determined in the trenches. South Hawks maybe trying to set a little message here early.
Corbin Hendrick gets the start tonight. We also have to keep an eye out for Emilio Quiroz, who's at running back. They have him out. It looks like he's in the slot position right now, and they'll be using him in a variety of different ways. David Torres in that shotgun formation now. Here we go. Shift on the defensive line. Looks to his left, wants to pass. Lets some fly. He's got Bennett on the outside. He's going to try to get to that tall receiver. It's incomplete that time.
Right there's the Southhawks trying to isolate Bennett on the outside like they do pretty frequently with these oversized wideouts to the outside. Right there by San Benito, it's worth noting that they had 4 down linemen and a quick shift right before the snap, so maybe trying to draw some confusion there for the Hawks offense.
Talk about those wide receivers. Number 88 is Brady Bennett. He's a junior. Number 15 is Derek Delgado, senior on the outside. They use Bennett as a tight end / receiver. He's got height, folks. They like to throw it up to him. Here we go. David Torres now sends his fullback in motion, and he waits for the snap. Rolling to his right, wants to pass. He's going to let it go. There he is, Delgado on the outside. That's what they do well. First down, Hawks.
There, right there, a rollout there from the quarterback, David Torres, and a nice little bootleg action. They saw that San Benito had lined up with a loaded box, maybe bringing some pressure there, and in order to counter that, went outside and found an open receiver for first down.
Back to the line of scrimmage fast. Corbin Hendrick on the right-hand side. He's able to elude one defender, gain about 5 yards, and they're going with that quick no-huddle offense.
That's one thing that Coach Ritchie has kind of been a staple for him up to this point, so I would not be surprised to see this Hawks team continue this up-tempo early and often.
And there's Quiroz. That's a big pickup there for Quiroz. And he gets way down the field. I'm going to be interested in stats here in a second, but we're going to have a flag on the field that may negate that big run by Quiroz.
San Benito right now scrambling a little bit on that defensive side. Maybe not used to this up-tempo offense that the Hawks have going for them, but right now they're trying to shift many defenders inside the box, and the South Hawks are saying, you're going to load the box on us. We'll take it to the outside, whether that be a play action, rollout, or whatever can hit over the top.
And that is a big penalty against San Benito that is going to gain them some more yards at the end of that big run by Quiroz. And the Hawks will be marked down about the 11-yard line now. So 1st and 10 on the 11-yard line. 10-11 left to go in the first quarter. We're just getting started here, folks. Your score is 7-0 Greyhounds, but the South Hawks are knocking at the door. David Torres in shotgun formation now. He's got 3 wide receivers bunched. He's going to send one in motion to his left. Handoff. Quiroz trying to find on the outside. Great block. Flag on the play, though. He'll gain a couple before taken down. We'll wait for that flag call.
Right there, looks like the Hawks are deploying a little H-back action there where they had a nice kick out block there on the outside linebacker. However, looks like this is going to go on the defense. So nicely drawn up play by the Hawks, able to get some open space to operate as they get closer to the goal line.
And that's going to be an offside penalty against San Benito. So that gains 5 yards for Harlingen South. It'll be 1st down and 5 now. Ball on the 6-yard line, right inside of that goal line. Harlingen South is ready to score. David Torres now shotgun formation. He's got one receiver running back in the backfield. He'll hand out. That's Corbin Hendrick. Tries to find space in between the tackles. Nothing there.
San Benito did a nice one of sniffing that play out. That was the identical play that the Hawks had ran previously. This time, San Benito's defensive front does a nice job of penetrating the area. They shut down any further damage as the Hawks continue to move forward in this red zone.
Really interesting to see. South is interchanging Hendrick and Quiroz in that running back, and what they do is they bring them back and forth, keep those legs fresh for them, and it's been working so far on this drive. 9:25 left to go in the first quarter. 7-0 Hounds. Here go the Hawks. 2nd and 4 coming up for them. Torres rolls to his right, wants to pass, and he lets this one fly to the corner of the end zone. Incomplete pass intended for number 27, Christian Cortez. In and out of his hands. 3rd down coming up.
Cortez right now has kind of been used in a wildcat situation where they have him as the H block, and right there he kind of circles out for one in the end zone. Nobody picks him up. Had a chance to make a play in the end zone, but again, San Benito must be careful because this is just the 2nd time that he's already slipped out, really with nobody following him there. So the Hawks clearly see a mismatch and went at it there in the end zone.
Here we go. What will the Hawks do? 3rd down and 4. They're going to have Hendrick in the backfield now. Torres waiting. Sends one man in motion. Here we go. It's going to be a handoff. Hendrick, right-hand side, and he had one man to beat. Did not get him. Down closer on the 2-yard line. 4th down coming up.
A little jet sweep action there, trying to maybe widen the field a little bit, but a nice job of tackling there by John Daniel Gonzalez of the Greyhounds, making sure that he wrapped them up.
All right, here we go. David Torres, quick 4th down for the Hawks. Handoff to the fullback. He's going to push the pile. Will he have enough for a 1st down? The officials will check. We'll come right back at you.
Looks like he's going to be short, Aaron. It looks like San Benito did a nice job there of stuffing the run again. We're seeing this really frequently here in the first drive. The Greyhounds are making sure that they have a couple nose tackles to plug up that run game. The Hawks really try to sneak a fullback dive at that time. They fail, and now they're going to force San Benito to drive the entire length of the field here early in the first quarter.
Ball is on the 3-yard line. I'm going to get to Matthew here for some stats on that long drive by Harlingen South.
Yeah, the Hawks had the ball at the 38-yard line. David Torres completed one pass. He was a 12-yard rollout to the right to Derek Delgado at the sticks. He also threw 2 incomplete passes. Corbin Hendricks had 4 carries, got a total of 10 yards, 3 in the goal line.
All right, San Benito now back to work. He's going to run it. He's going to keep that. That's number 7, Jacob Cavazos. Getting about 6 yards on that carry.
Just really a quarterback keeper there for Cavazos, and dragging a couple defenders down with him. A tough runner. This is a player that leads them in all categories. Clearly, they want to start and end this offense with him manning the ball. So South Hawks have their work cut out for him, trying to stop him, whether it be up the middle or design quarterback runs.
Jacob Cavazos definitely beating the hot hand for San Benito right now. Talk a little bit about the past couple of games, and Harlingen South dropped one to Odessa High a couple weeks ago. San Benito went down against Midland Lee, right? And so they saw some big competition, but they're ready for district play, 1-0. Here they come tonight. I think that's going to be a first down pickup for the San Benito Greyhounds.
Full ISO look from the Greyhounds. Had a fullback lined up and a couple of tight ends playing inside, making sure that they'd get that first down, and now they're ready to move the chains and move in some new personnel to potentially change it up here.
Yeah, they're going to shift 3 new personnel onto the field, shift 3 out, obviously. And so definitely going some change up here. South Hawks, their strength has been their secondary, bringing out some new receiving core. Probably going to challenge. Here we go, San Benito first down and 10. 7:42 remaining in the first quarter, 7-0 Greyhounds. And here you go, going to keep it on the right-hand side. He's going to bring it out to the 30, not 35. He's going to slide about the 38-yard line, and that is number 7, Jacob Cavazos.
Right there, jet sweep read option look from the Greyhounds. And one thing it's doing for this Hawks defense is it's spreading them out across the entire field. And right there, Cavazos sees an open lane, takes it, hits north to south, and gets it rolling for a big gain.
First and 10, ball on the 37-yard line. Handoff, running back up the middle. Makes a couple people miss. He's going to get stuck right there, but a nice 8, maybe even 9-yard gain for the Greyhound running back.
Castilleja really showing that he's a tough runner. He's not going to go down easily. Another big lane opening up right in the center of that Hawks defense. Maybe some fatigue playing a factor now.
They're giving him 8 yards on that game. 2nd down and 2 coming up for the Greyhounds. Both offenses going with that no-huddle, hurry-up style. Here we go now. Cavazos in the shotgun, hands off. He's going to keep it right-hand side now. He's going to get it enough for a first down plus a yard.
The Greyhounds had trips right receivers on that end. On far field now, Cavazos, really many people were potentially anticipating him running to the strong side, goes back, cuts it up for a couple of yards. Again, another look for this Hawks defense, trying to make sure that they're really guessing every play.
Here we go, San Benito first and 10, now ball on the 49-yard line. Cavazos, nice play fake, throws it out to the flat there. Nice pickup, gain of about 6 yards.
Right there, number 34, Antonio Torres on the grab, flails out there for a little reception, but not much room there as the South Hawks close that one quickly.
2nd down and 3. Greyhounds right back to the line of scrimmage. Cavazos, 4 wide receivers split. He's going to hand this one off out to the right-hand side. There he goes, finding a nice space. Past the first down marker, out to the 35, down to the 30. He is shedding tackles. A flag comes onto the play, but they will take him down around the 25, and we will wait the flag.
Castilleja, nice gritty run right there up the middle. Now San Benito, they're working quickly, but they're not shying away from the run. And I think that shows a lot about their confidence to dominate this Hawks defensive front, which they clearly have as 6 minutes here in the first quarter, and they're clearly having their way up front.
Definitely winning the clock control part of the game so far, the Greyhounds are. And looks like this is going to go against Harlingen South. And so what would have been a 1st and 10 on the 27-yard line will now be a 1st and 10 all the way down to the 12. And so that's a 15-yard penalty against the Greyhounds. And it sets them up nicely. Ball will be placed on the 12-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Greyhounds. Cavazos, shotgun formation. He's going to have 1, 2, 3 receivers to his right. He's got a running back in the backfield with him. I think that is Reyes. And he will hand it off to him, and no, he kind of holds on to it there almost a little bit dangerously. trying on that fake, but he keeps it, not much gain.
One thing I'm going to be interested to see, Aaron, is if the Hawks change up that defensive look. Right now they have 3 down linemen, and they're trying to stuff the run that way, and at that point they won the battle at the line of scrimmage. But San Benito making sure that they're not only going to run inside, but maybe add a little bit more to stretching this Hawks defense as they've done in previous positions.
Here we go. San Benito right back on the line of scrimmage. 2nd down and 9 now. This is going to be a pass. Play action. Gets at the 10, out to the 5. Trying to break a tackle to get into the end zone. Will not. And they're going to stop him just short. A gain of a few. Down about the 3.
There's Antonio Torres again for the Greyhounds, who slipped out there on the left side of the field. Nobody was home for the South Hawks. Luckily, there was enough speed on that back end for them to get him right at the 3 or 4 yard line. But the Hawks once again on the heels as the Greyhounds are close to punching this one in.
And they're going to mark that one down at the 4. 3rd down and 1 now for the Greyhounds. And again, they're going to shift some personnel in. So the Greyhounds are moving some people in and out, 2, 3 at a time, which is not usual. But whatever they're doing seems to have a great effect so far. Here we go. 3rd down and 1 for the Greyhounds. Cavazos will hand it off. Castilleja on the right-hand side. Lots of orange jerseys there. He's going to lose about a yard on that carry.
Great job there of Jacob Huerta, the defensive tackle for the Hawks, really getting penetration up the middle and blowing it up from the get-go. Really nowhere to run for the Greyhounds. As soon as that ball was handed off, he was right there to greet him along with a host of Hawks to stop this Greyhounds offense from scoring.
4th down and 3, so he's going to lose 2 on that carry. And the Hawks playing some stingy defense now on this goal line. Stand against the Greyhounds. Looks like they have their field goal kicker. They're going to attempt a field goal on this one. Number 35 is there to kick. That is going to be Fernando Perez. And he will be attempting, looks like to be a 23-yard field goal attempt. The kick is up, waiting for the official, and he says it is good. And so 3 points on the board for San Benito. Let's talk a little bit about that defensive stand by Harlingen South.
I opened Alex Restaurant with the intention to give people in Brownsville and those who visit us a very unique experience in the area of retail. We saw the need to give people a personal experience that only a boutique could provide. Here in Alexandria, what we work for is searching for different pieces, textures we bring from India, from Mexico, trying to make this a different experience. The people to find treasures here in their own valley. It's a pleasure to welcome everybody and making them a part of our family. We invite you to discover Brownsville. You can't miss it.
Harlingen South there, I think with a good goal line stand, keeping San Benito from punching in another touchdown. They keep them at 3. So 10-0 is your score with 4:34 remaining in the first quarter. Again, thank you for listening to this live audio broadcast as we bring it to you from KHN via Real Sports Live. Here we go. Return now at the 22-yard line. He'll be stopped right there as the Hawks offense will come back out into the field.
Hawks trailing down 10-0. You know, Matthew, you mentioned that a little bit. One thing this Hawks team's going to have to do is gain some traction here on the offensive side of the ball. Right now, you never want to be down by this amount entering so early into the play. You know this is a district game. Both teams coming off a victory. You want to make sure you can move this ball, whether it be with your pass game or up the middle. So I'm going to be interested to see what Coach Ritchie lays out here as they really what is a pivotal drive early.
I agree. It's a pivotal drive here. It is early in the game, but San Benito is rolling on that offense. So South really needs to do something right now to try to get back on track. They have big receivers. They can get the ball downfield. They're going to start with Quiroz in the backfield. He is a dynamite type runner. Let's see what they do. Rolls to his right, does Torres. Wants to pass. Intercepted by San Benito at the 30 as the receiver went down, and he's going to come down on the 21-yard line. And talk about momentum killer right there as San Benito comes down with that INT interception Greyhounds.
The intended target right there was Derek Delgado for the Hawks. He loses his footing, falls down, and that is an easy interception for San Benito. Not ideal there, especially because all of a sudden this field has flipped in the Greyhounds' favor. Now they only have 20 or so yards to go and make this a 3-possession game here in the first quarter.
That was number 4, Isaiah Zimmerly, the cornerback on that interception. And like you said, Isaac flips the field yet again, and San Benito now has short field to work with, ball on the 21-yard line. So with 4:20 remaining in the first quarter, San Benito 10-0, first down. Here we go, keeper. That's going to be Cavazos. He'll be tackled right at the line of scrimmage, no gain.
Good job there for the Hawks. Number 5, Braden Alexander, doing a nice job of sniffing that one out, playing that safety / rover position, coming off the edge, was unscathed, was able to get in the backfield and blow that play up.
Castilleja, the running back in the backfield. He'll get the ball this time, left-hand side. Nice pursuit by the defense. The Harlingen South Hawks taking him down, gain of about 2, maybe 3 yards on that carry.
There's Alexander again on a second consecutive play. He's able to wrap up his legs, make sure that he's not going to drive for any more additional yards. The Hawks defense doing a nice job of swarming down to the left side of the field, because they know at this point, Aaron, the Greyhounds, they want to hit the ground running, which is they've already proven that up to this point.
3rd down and 6 coming up now, 3:28 remaining in the first quarter. San Benito 10-0. Here goes Cavazos, shotgun formation now. Waits for the snap, rolls to his right, wants to pass downfield, looking for a receiver opening. Here comes the pressure, lets it go, incomplete pass.
Right there, it was Keith Guajardo of San Benito, the wideout, who was set up on the outside, trips right. He kind of just sat on the route while the Hawks defense flowed deep, wide open. However, Cavazos unable to get enough juice on that ball to connect with him. So pretty much a lost opportunity there for San Benito. What could have been an easy first down to keep these chains moving.
Fernando Perez, number 35, is getting some work tonight. He comes back onto the field. That is a field goal kicker for San Benito. This time he'll be attempting, it looks like, a 33-yard field goal attempt. San Benito already up 10-0 with 3:17. Let's talk about that Hawk defense in a little bit in their hold. But here we go. Field goal attempt, kick is up. And we're waiting for the official, and he says it is good. So another 3 points for San Benito. That's going to make it 13-0. San Benito Greyhounds over the Hawks with 3:12 remaining in the first quarter. Let's talk a little bit about that Hawk defense.
If you're looking for custom hats, shirts, or jackets, then you want Master Stitch. Custom embroidery and screen printing are what we do. Any logo or design, great quality at the right price. For shirts like this, it's Master Stitch. 2500 US 281 Edinburgh.
For over 65 years, VTX1 Companies has called South Texas home. And that means more to us than just being in a community. It means being part of the community. Through the good times and the hard times, celebrating every triumph and lending a helping hand whenever we can. From farm to city and neighbor to neighbor, VTX1 Companies is there, bringing friends, families, businesses, and communities closer together. VTX1 Companies, connecting you since '52.
It's go time for the Hawks. There's no more room for errors at this time when you're playing a San Benito offense that looks like they're poised to continue to move this ball down the field. This is another big drive, and I know I cannot state this enough. It's still early in this game, Aaron, but if they're unable to gain any traction in what they want to do offensively, it could be a long night for the South Hawks.
Gabriel Pettis, number 12, was on that kickoff return there, and it looks to me as if there could have been a face mask at the end, and it was. So that's going to be a 15-yard penalty. That was not a good return, but with that penalty, it is going to help South Hawks bring in more out of their end zone, out to about the 27, 28-yard line. They'll place it. So the South Hawk offense need to get rolling right here. They have the ability. We saw them in the first drive take it all the way downfield to the 3-yard line, almost punched it in, was stopped on a 4th down and 1. And so they definitely need to return to that progress. Harlingen South now, first down. And here we go, David Torres, shotgun formation now, hands off. Quiroz, right-hand side, trying to follow that tackle. He's tackled right away by a linebacker. Nothing doing for them.
Right there, that linebacker was Daniel Garcia, outside linebacker for the Greyhounds. Now again, Aaron, I keep on bringing this to your attention, but the Hawks are using that H-back on the end line, trying to go off of his block to spring something to the outside. But a great job of him containing his and holding his water, making sure he wasn't going to bite inside. He's there on the outside, makes the play, and this Greyhounds defense has been a little stingy the last couple of drives, so good heads-up play by him.
David Torres, Quiroz need to make something happen right here. Both of those are seasoned veterans for the Harlingen South Hawks. They've been in some tough situations. They need to bring it out here. Torres, handoff, Quiroz, right-hand side. Lots of penetration, and that bubble didn't allow him to get to that edge. And that's a big loss there for Quiroz.
What a disruptive play, Aaron, there by number 6. Avelina Garcia of the Greyhounds really shot the A-gap, was unable to really be blocked at all, and blows up that run play in the backfield.
So 3rd down and 16, and they're going quick to the line of scrimmage. Torres now looks to the sideline. He's going to look for coach to give him a new play. Here we go, 3rd and 16. You talk about that shift of momentum, needing something big right here. South Hawks, keep an eye out for Delgado on the outside. He is one-on-one. It looks like they're going to blitz that safety, so he may have free reign on the outside. Here we go, Torres looking downfield, wants to pass. Good coverage downfield, going through his progression. He's going to have to scramble. Here comes the pressure, and they're going to sack him for a loss. David Torres, nowhere to go, and that's number 6 again.
There, Avelino Garcia, the same player who's made that consecutive play. One thing that San Benito is doing is they're letting him spy on the quarterback. And as you see, great coverage down the field. It looked like San Benito was going to play the single high safety for a moment. They bump him up to the line of scrimmage. And a nice job of him of tracing down in the backfield and making that play, taking away any opportunity for this Hawks offense to continue moving the ball. And right now, Aaron, David Torres, the quarterback for the Hawks, has to be feeling flustered, knowing that he has been unable to garner any type of production on the outsides or in the pass game.
Here we go. Kyler Castilleja is back to return this punt for San Benito, and it looks like they're going to have a delay of game penalty enforced against Harlingen South, which will hurt them. Punter is already almost at that goal line. He will probably be in the end zone now, kicking for his life. And so Castilleja is not going to march it up, and he's going to be expecting to return this around the 45, Harlingen South's 45. So this would be good field position, barring anything crazy going on here. Punter is in the end zone. Here we go, waiting for the snap. It's a good snap. Punt is up and away. Beautiful looking punt. This is going to take, wow. And it's going to take a nice South Hawk roll out to the 34, and they will down it. That is a massive kick. I'm going to say that's about a 7-yard punt right there.
Right there. Looks like there's a penalty flying.
Elevate your space in decorative wall panels from Sinlu. Our modular designs fits any size room. Choose from a wide variety of textures and finishes. Artisans handcraft your new wall panels using our exclusive process and materials. Call Sinlu now to beautify your home or office.
So this Hawks defense, it's going to be a big drive for them, trying to get a stop and getting that offense back on the field for them.
Well, I tell you what, that penalty was huge. Folks, that was about a 70-yard punt, and almost a lot of that was in the air, Matthew, right? And that went way down there. And on top of that, then there was a personal foul on San Benito. So the punter was kicking from inside the end zone, and now San Benito is going to start from their own 19-yard line. Talk about flipping field. That was a huge special teams play, of course, with the penalty for Harlingen South. Here goes San Benito now, Cavazos, and I think they're going to call false start on that one. Yep.
You know, Aaron, he said, barring anything crazy, that this would be good field position. We've seen some crazy kicks from this punter at Harlingen South. He's had some crazy kicks, field goals, punts, whatever you say. He even had a fake punt earlier in the season. He's had it all.
That was a good one. That fake punt was amazing. Right at the right time a few weeks ago now, but we'll still remember that one. All right, Cavazos now, he's got 5 wide receivers. He's going to pass, little screen there on the outside. He's going to try to make one man miss out to the sideline. He gets pushed out. He's going to gain about 3, maybe 4 on that one.
Nice job there of Caleb Solis, the corner for the Hawks, playing his keys the right way. He knew this was a bubble screen coming at him, was able to shed his block, not give up much ground, and maintain that outside leverage, and makes a nice play for the Hawks.
Cavazos back to work. 12 seconds, and they're going to say he did not get out of bounds. 2nd down and 10. Rolls to his right, wants to pass downfield, lets it fly. Receiver wide open on the outside. He'll have a 1st down and a little bit more. Gain about 14 yards there for number 12. That's Guajardo.
Keith Guajardo kind of sneaked out on that one in the flat. South Hawks really weren't having a trace on him at all. Backside, he's there, takes that short pass, turns it up the field, and gets San Benito set up for some more business as this first quarter comes to an end.
First quarter comes to an end. I'm going to go to Matthew. Anything here to pick up as we get ready to transition quarters?
San Benito quarterback Jacob Cavazos through the air. He's doing it all. 6 of 7 completions to attempts, and he has 83 passing yards on the day, 1 passing touchdown.
If you drive a truck, we're looking for you. Rollins Transportation is now hiring non-CDL drivers for FedEx ground delivery routes. You must be 21 years or older, have 1+ year driving a 15-foot or larger box truck, have a clean background check, a clean driving record, and be able to provide a driving employment history. There are multiple open spots available. If you have what it takes to be part of our growing team, don't wait. Call, text, or email to apply today.
The new location for Children's Depot in Wesco is a third facility within our family offering high-quality education and infant care. Classrooms are filling fast, so take advantage of open enrollment today. School readiness curriculum, including science, technology, engineering, arts, and math. Children's Depot, the education station.
Lone Star National Bank is the #1 lender to small businesses in the Valley. For 35 years, we have invested in the health and well-being of our community. Lone Star National Bank. For 35 years, the Valley's bank.
Monster Car Wash has it all. Bring your ride and we'll make it right. Save $5 on the Golden Monster Wash with your ticket stub. Interior wipe down, vacuum, and polish.
Red zone, and it looks like once again the
And then you got to give credit to the Arsenal for coming out, tightening the screws, and really loading that box to make sure that they're not going to get hurt on the ground.
I'm going to go to Matt. In district and trying to get that district record rolling. Here we go, South Central, 9:58 remaining in the second quarter, up 13-0. Galasso rolling to his right, wants to pass, looking in the end zone, has a receiver. Nice play there by the defender. We'll get an name for here. But what a job there by Harlingen South defense once again.
Caleb Solis is the quarterback there for the Hawks, making a play, and a nice job because, look, this was a route that was run very shallow into the end zone, and had he taken a couple of steps further back, he would have left enough space for that pass to be completed. But good awareness of him coming in, putting his hand out there, breaking that pass up, and here we go again, the same story, another defensive stop for this Hawks defense in the red zone.
Harlingen South defense, we have to commend them so far tonight because they have not allowed San Benito that first touchdown to punch it in. So this is the third field goal attempt here for San Benito. It is up, and that is Fernando Perez, and it is good. So he gets his 9th point of the night. He gets 16-0. San Benito Greyhounds, but I'm impressed with San Benito's field goal kicking, don't get me wrong, but that Harlingen South defense really been able to dig their heels in on San Benito's guns in the red zone. It seems like before the red zone, it's like free play for San Benito. You get into that 20 and the South Park defense just tightens up.
Yeah, as crazy as it sounds, Gavin, this has been such a lopsided game up to this point, but it's just 16-0, 2-possession game. The Hawks are still very much alive. And as you know in football, a lot of it goes and feeds off momentum. If this Hawks offense can get going, and really it looks like they've been out of their identity offensively. I know they like to use that possession type of offense with those two receivers. And one thing that San Benito has done a nice job of is limiting that outside work, really collapsing the pocket, and taking away anything that the Hawks like to do or feel comfortable with shots.
And you know what, Matthew, you talked about this a couple weeks ago, and you kind of talked about third down production, right? And the Hawks need to get better at converting third downs. We end up with third downs and long, and it's really hard to convert those. And we see that again tonight when we get into those third down shots there at 39, 32, 12 even, and we have a hard time. So in order to get a possession type of offense, you got to get third down and 2, third down and 1, and then
Okay, camera 1.
you really have to have a big. You're going to get the kid first 2 down. You can't go no gain or lose yards if you're running this type of offense that Coach Rich does to run. All right, here we go. They'll try to reverse that trend here on this drive. Hawks going to bring this one out and kick off the dirt. What a nice return out to the 36-yard line. That's number 2. Austin Montalvo, a little spark for the South Hawks.
He has a little bit of speed there for the Hawks as he's split the seam right up the middle, trying to rejuvenate this Hawks sideline. The fans have gone a little silent on this end of the field. They understand the importance, and really, special teams is an underrated portion of the football, really, Aaron, because you look at how these punt and kick returns can play out, but definitely a nice way to start for this Hawks offense.
Here he goes, David Torres. They're going to have another running back check into the game. That's number 34, Orlando Muniz. He has run this season, but not so far this night. David Torres still in the backfield. He's going to send a receiver in motion. He's going to hand it off. Little sweep around the edge there, and here he goes up to the 40, 45, down to the 48-yard line, and that's the same guy who just ran back that kick, Austin Montalvo.
Then a nice jet sweep option. It's an outside zone run. And again, I got to mention Orlando Muniz, who's outside, who made a nice block in order to get that runner sprung to the outside. San Benito caught looking and weren't able to adjust and flow to that side of the ball quick enough.
Matthew, you can correct me in a while here, but Austin Montalvo, we have not called his name much so far this season, but he's got a little spark that South is starting to feed off of. David Torres wants to pass downfield. Here comes a pocket collapsing, but he's able to get outside, rolling to his right now, looking for a blocker out to the cross midfield and down to the 47-yard line.
That's a great job there by Torres, because that could have been a negative play as that pocket really came colliding in quickly. He has some good sense of where he was at the time, slips out, finds an open zone, and scrambles for a couple of yards. But when you're at this point in the ball game, you want to continue to move forward, and that's what he did right there.
8:45 left to go in the first half. The score is 16-0. Hounds over the Hawks here, and we're looking at the ball on 47-yard line of San Benito, and South Hawks trying to get that offense moving. Second down now, handoff up the middle, trying to push the pile now. Will not get much, 2 yards maybe.
Right there on the tackle for the Greyhounds, number 24, John Daniel Gonzalez, the inside linebacker. The Greyhounds right now, Aaron, they're loading the box, almost daring the Hawks to go through the air. I think the Greyhounds understand the importance of really limiting that rushing attack and making this Hawks offense one-dimensional.
All right, third down and about 5 coming up for the Hawks. And like you said, they're loading that box. And what I'm looking at is wide receivers for Harlingen South. And I'm looking at across the field, Delgado. He's one-on-one, man-to-man on that outside. Torres, low snap, picks it up, though. Here comes the pressure. He's going to have to tuck this one. He won't get a chance to even throw downfield. He's going to get it right back to line of scrimmage, 4th down.
The offensive line for the Hawks, they really didn't hold their ground. They had linebackers up at the line of scrimmage playing that renegade type of defense, so to speak, knowing that, hey, you're going to throw the ball. You're really only going to have a second or two to do so, but nothing doing there for that Hawks offense as San Benito continues that strong defensive play.
So South Hawks going to go aggressive here. 4th down and 6. Ball on the 47-yard line. And it looks like so far, at least they're contemplating going for it right now. They're going to call timeout. So Coach Rich is going to think this one over. I'm looking down on the field and I'm saying go for it, right? Give it a shot. Your defense has been able.
While we make your ride look new again. That's the good stuff. Monster Car Wash, number 1.
Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles is your source for vintage, antique collectibles, vinyl records, and more. Located at 206 East Jackson in historic downtown Harlingen, it's Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles. It's a step back in time with a soundtrack like none other. Open Monday through Saturday, filled with memories and more. Forever Memories is for you.
right, so look, all of that, and we're going to come right back to the punt, right? And so number 83, that's Jose Lerma. Now, we've seen him, Matthew. We've seen him fake it. So let's keep an eye out here for Jose Lerma. Last time he boomed about a 70-yard punt, though, and he did a great job of pinning San Benito back. So he's going to give another attempt here. Let's see what he does. Waiting for the snap now on 4th down. It's a good snap. He's going to do rugby style to the right-hand side. He will punt this one very high, end over end in reverse, and it's going to be pinned down about the 32-yard line. So not a good punt there. Not what we're used to seeing from number 83, Jose Lerma.
That was only a 20-yard punt there for the Hawks. Not what you're looking for, obviously. Now this Hawks defense is going to be called upon yet again to come out and hold their ground. Now, we've seen it all game long to this second quarter where the Greyhounds find success when they're in the middle of the field, but we'll see how this time it shapes up, knowing that the Hawks may be a potential turnover, something to get them going a little bit, but up to this point, not much life, especially on the offense.
Here we go, 1st and 10 for the Greyhounds. They're ahead 16-0 with 7:07 left to go in the first half. Keeper by Cavazos tries to get up the middle there. He'll gain a lot before the orange jerseys get him. Gain of 8 probably on that carry.
I want to talk about Chris Vargas, 62, the interior offensive lineman for San Benito. That was a quarterback run. He does a nice job of getting to the second level and peels off on the linebacker, which really gave the quarterback an open lane to run through.
2nd down and 2 now for the Greyhounds. Handoff, Castillejas, right-hand side, falls really close to the 1st down marker. They're going to go ahead and kill the clock. Perhaps, yes, it will be 1st down, Greyhounds.
Juan Mendoza, the defensive tackle there for the Hawks, playing with a high motor up to this point, was able to get inside, shed his block, and make a play there for that Hawks defense.
Cavazos now with 3 receivers to his right. It's going to roll to his left now. Looking downfield, wants to pass. Got a receiver on the outside, catches it. That's number 5 on the reception. 1st down for the Greyhounds.
Brandon Valadez for the Greyhounds really won his one-on-one battle to the outside. He had inside leverage, broke to the outside, cut underneath, was able to create enough separation there. Nice route executed by the Greyhounds, and it gets him a 1st down.
1st and 10 now, and they're going to take no time on this one. They're going to go right back to it. Cavazos now. He's going to keep it left-hand side, trying to get that edge. Going towards the sideline. He will go out of bounds. Gain of 5 for the quarterback.
That's a pull play out to the left side. There, that guard, this time Juan Velasquez, was on that pull play, was able to get a nice kick-out block to the outside, which freed up this running game to get outside and gain up the field for a nice gain.
2nd down, and here we go, Cavazos and the Greyhounds in the white jerseys, gold helmets tonight. Looking downfield, wants to pass play. He's going to pump fake. There's Castillejas in the flat. He's going to catch it, make someone miss. I don't think he was going to get anything on that one, and he ends up picking up a few close to the 1st down marker.
Aaron Vincent for the Hawks was out there, the cornerback who really had the running back in his sights. However, he scoops inside, picks up a couple of blocks, and is able to turn nothing into a positive gain.
3rd down and 2 coming up now for the Greyhounds with 6:18 remaining in the first half. They're up 16-0. Cavazos keeper, left-hand side. He's going to gain enough for a 1st down plus a few before he's taken down. It's going to be another Greyhound 1st down.
San Benito running out of the shotgun, have not gone under center up to this point. I think they're continuing to go inside zone run, and then they'll hit you with a jet sweep. So they're keeping this Hawks defense off balance and really having their way now at the line of scrimmage.
Here we go, 1st and 10 for the San Benito Greyhounds. Keeper Cavazos up the middle. Big gap there to run through. He'll be stuck, but not after a gain of about 6 yards for that quarterback that has really been their primary running back tonight.
Another read option there for the Greyhounds. I think they found success on every time they've gone out and turned to a jet sweep read option, something that has movement going on in the background, and that's got this Hawks defense all wound up and haven't really been able to respond well to that play.
2nd and 5, not finding the answer just yet. However, they're not in that red zone. Red zone, they tighten up. Here go Cavazos. Looks downfield. He catches it, number 11, out around the 20-yard line. And that'll be a nice pickup there. It should be a 1st down for the Greyhounds.
The tempo is a little bit starting to change a bit here for the Greyhounds. Going quick. They understand that the Hawks defense is gassing out a little bit. They're keeping that foot on the gas, so to speak. And clearly, as they work in the red zone, inching closer to another touchdown.
So it's going to be 1st and 10, ball on the 20. Keeper Cavazos, he's going to take it up the middle, and he'll be tackled, but not after a nice 7, maybe even 8-yard pickup, as he is just having wide open space in the middle of that box, Isaac.
You know, we talked about Cavazos and the type of runner and passer he is for this Greyhounds. As you've mentioned a couple times on this broadcast, he is their offense, and they're going to him early and often, and they're continuing these designed quarterback runs. This Hawks defense has not been able to adapt to what they're running inside and outside, and they're making him pay for it.
2nd and 2 now for the Greyhounds. He'll hand it off. Castillejas, left-hand side. He's got space. Running to the corner of the end zone. He's going to dive in. This will be a touchdown, Greyhounds. As Castillejas gets on the edge, nobody could stop him, and that is another Greyhound score.
Right here, the Greyhounds, this offensive line, I talked about a little earlier in this drive, but they're doing a good job of moving to the second level because they're taking care of the 3 down linemen, and by the time they're coming up to seal the outside, nobody was there for the Hawks, and at this point, it's an effort play by Castillejas to make that dive into the end zone and really lighting more of a fire in this offense.
2-point conversion attempt here for Cavazos. Roll to his right, has a receiver open in the end zone, but a great defensive play there is going to make that an incomplete pass. So the score will stay 22-0 Greyhounds with 4:31 left to go in the first half. I'm going to throw it over to Matthew Cavazos from...
If you just graduated high school, are looking to change careers, or to upgrade your job skills, Texas Southmost College is the place to start. With over 50 certificates and associate degrees to choose from, TSC has the career for you. At TSC, you get a quality education that's close to home. Earn a certificate or an associate degree and get the education you need for today and tomorrow's job market.
Wouldn't you like to be in demand?
Register now at Texas Southmost College in Brownsville.
Before you have time to worry, we'll get you taken care of fast and easy. Now you can get back to your day with a healthy smile.
The couple touches of the football I've seen tonight, I like the electricity this young player brings to the table, and so he's back to return this one, hoping to get a piece of the action here to perhaps give his team a little spark. Now, we talked about earlier, Greyhounds have totally dominated the first half. It's still a 3-score game, though, right? And of course, at some point you say, well, it's still a 3-score, 4-score, 5-score. It gets out of hand. At the same time, South gets the ball back in that second half. So if you're South Hawks, you say 4:31 on the board. You got 2 timeouts remaining. You get the ball back in the second half. This is the time to cut it right now into a third and then be able to come back in that second half and eat up another third of it. So this is, again, we talked about each drive, I guess, is crucial. But to me, this is really one. And then you're going to muff this kickoff right here. He's able to pick that up somehow, number 34, and he falls on it, Orlando Muniz, but that could have been disaster for the Hawks.
This is the time right here for Derek Delgado and Brady Bennett to go to work. I understand right now this San Benito defense, they're loading the box, they're taking away the run, but this is your bread and butter. If this is what moves the ball for your offense, now is the time to turn to it. I could see why Richie was maybe rolling out a different offensive look to catch this Greyhounds defense off guard. But now, in this dire situation, 22-0 on the field for this Hawks offense, you have to start getting and feeding your top playmakers, which right now, to this point, these big receivers clearly seem to be the answer, what they're looking for.
We've got man-on-man coverage on the outside. There's no safety over the top, and so definitely open for some opportunity. This time they're going to hand it off to Corbin Hendrick. He's going to gain maybe a yard on that carry.
I don't know, right there, that play call here in the first play of this drive maybe speaks a little bit more of the conservative end. Maybe Richie's not really wanting to go to the air, especially them being so pinned back into that San Benito territory.
And don't forget the interception that was thrown earlier, and so there could be a little hesitation on that as well. Either way, though, here we go, 2nd down and 9 for the Hawks. They're going to try to move the ball. Torres looks downfield, wants to pass it, lets it fly. He's got his, I guess his halfback slash, up back is going to take it out to the flat, but incomplete pass.
That's a pick right there, where they had the outside receiver run a quick slant, trying to pick off that inside corner. He flared out for a little pass to the flats, but whether that was completed or not much yardage going for the Hawks offense.
3rd down and 9 coming up for the Hawks, and just like that, we're a 3rd down and long situation with 3:54 remaining in the second quarter. Your score is 22-0. The Hounds on top of the Hawks here. 2 timeouts remaining for both teams, and so plenty of time to do something on both sides of the ball. David Torres now going to desperately try to gain some yards on this 3rd down and 9. Looking downfield, wants to pass, steps up in the pocket, lets it fly over the hands of Derek Delgado, and that will be an incomplete pass. However, yellow flag right around that quarterback.
We'll find out what the flag was on. Maybe a little early contact there from the corner, number 4, Isaiah Zimmerly.
On the offense, number 64.
But it looks like this call's going on the South Hawks, and looks like San Benito yet again gets a stop. They play man-to-man coverage on the outside, and they do a nice job. Again, number 4, Zimmery, was all over the receiver there for the Hawks, denying him any opportunity or space to make a catch for the first down.
So with 3:48 remaining, the punter's going to go to work. That's going to be Jose Lerma. And he's going to be lined up about the 5-yard line, maybe 6. And last time we saw him around this position, he was able to boom a 70-yarder. And so he's going to try to have to work that magic again to try to get San Benito lots of green to have to work with, because it's 3:48, still plenty of time in the first half. I'm sorry. Here we go. Nice looking punt. Going to drop down around the 45, takes a nice South Hawk bounce across midfield, and it will be down around the 42-yard line. So San Benito will get a start here on their 42-yard line, and they'll be looking to punch another one in with 3:37 and 2 timeouts remaining.
It's been a steady dose of Castilleja and Cavazos. Both of them, it's been 1-2 punch for this Greyhounds offense. And right now, the Hawks have no answers for it. Aaron, we talked about them. And really, you go back to those red zone stops, this game could really be 30-5 to nothing. So this scoreline isn't as bad as how this game has gone up to this point. And
defense for Harlingen South, especially in that red zone, has to be commended. They've done a great job. A lot of weight has been put on them, and they've handled it the best that they can. Here we go. Quick dump pass out here for the San Benito Greyhounds. Gain about 4 yards before the Harlingen South Hawks come around him. And we got 3:28, and the score is 22-0 Hounds over the Hawks.
Hawks employing a little bit more of zone coverage on the outside. They're making sure to keep everything out in front of them, knowing that there is 3 minutes left on the clock. So playing that prevent coverage here.
Here we go, second down now. Cavazos hands out Castillejas. Right-hand side, he's going to shed 2, maybe 3 tacklers, and I think he's going to have enough for a San Benito Greyhound first down.
And on that note, Castillejas in this San Benito offense taking full advantage of the Hawks playing that loose zone coverage, because all of a sudden they're saying, you want to take away the long ball, we'll go ahead and take the run right up the middle of the gap for a nice gain.
Now 1st and 10 inside Harlingen South territory, ball on about the 47-yard line. Play action, pump fake. Here we go, Cavazos trying to evade a couple tacklers, going to run for that sideline, gets out of bounds, and he's going to have close to a first down marker as Cavazos picks up another big gain.
Heads up play there by Cavazos. It was a play fake to the running back, pump fakes to the left side of the field, has the Hawks defense flow that way, and a great awareness, Aaron, to get out of bounds, knowing this play call.
10 yards from the spot of the
So that's going to be holding on the Hounds, and that will go against them. Not a lot of penalties in the past couple of drives either side now, and so it's been a pretty clean game so far. And this time it's going to go against San Benito. And so they'll be pushed back. The ball will be resting right on the 50-yard line. So first down will repeat, and 13 with 2:50 remaining in the first half. 22-0 is your score here. Hounds over the Hawks. Cavazos calm, cool, collected. And he's ready to go to work again. Shotgun formation with 4 wide receivers now. 1 running back. That's Castillejas. He's going to take it on the left-hand side. He's got a big offensive lineman pulling out in front of him. He's going to get back to the original line of scrimmage plus more, dragging a pile. About an 8-yard gain for Castillejas.
John Elizondo, the offensive line, as a flag flies, Aaron. We'll see what that is. But boy, that offensive line was scooting. The pooling offensive line had a bunch of green space out in front of them. Nice job by Castillejas to really read and feel and peel off that offensive line. Turns it up the field. But again, penalty flag thrown. We'll see who it's on right here.
Yeah, and I think that's going to be against Harlingen South, and it is. A little bit of extracurricular activity after the play there. And, you know, some frustration on the field, you know, and I feel that, and I sense that, especially for this Harlingen South defense. I mean, they've carried the load here in the first half and tried to, like you said, they've kept this game a lot closer score-wise than really what it's been. And you have to be commended, but a little bit of frustration there, and it's going to show, but it gains San Benito a big first down now. So it's 1st and 10, ball on the 26-yard line. So they gain about 20 yards on that bad penalty right there, you know.
Yeah, I can clearly see maybe some frustration sitting in. As you just said, Aaron, this Hawks defense, hands on the hips. They understand that they've been on the field for a large majority of this first half, and you could tell that they want nothing more than to get another stop. But right now with the Greyhounds knocking on the door, it's not going to be easy keeping them out.
It's not, but South Hawks, I know they're going to try their best to do it. 1st down and 10 now with 2:16 remaining in the first half. 22-0 your score. Hounds on top of the Hawks. Quick pass. Oh, it's going to be a little trickery, and that is going to be a touchdown for San Benito. A quick pass out to number 5, Brandon Valadez, who's behind the line of scrimmage, and then he just uncorks to the end zone. A perfect pass here, and it's touchdown Greyhounds.
That's Keith Wajardo, the one who's receiving that wide open touchdown and strolls into it. It's a quick bubble screen. The Hawks have no idea what's going on. He slips behind the entire back line of the defense, and that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is what you call a walk-in touchdown on a trick play that had that defense completely napping.
So 2:08, and their score is 28-0 now. San Benito Greyhounds had another one on the board, and we've been talking about that red zone defense for Harlingen South, and that time it took a trick play really to be able to expose anything, any weakness in that defense. And like you said, they've been bending and not breaking and bending and not breaking. Lots of weight put on their shoulders so far in this first half, and that little trick play was able to do them in. So I'm going to go to Matthew here in a second and give us some.
Truck Techs in Harlingen is your source for lifts, wheels, and tires. Talking trucks of any size, any model, and any year. Specializing in accessories with top-of-the-line products to bring that special look to your truck in a professional way. Lifts, wheels, and tires, with financing available too. Call today or stop by Truck Techs in Harlingen.
Running back who then will throw it downfield. So that's exactly that's what I was looking for, man. Thank you, flea flicker. But done with a wide receiver, and it was just executed perfectly. And so the Greyhounds kind of slip one there on the Hawks, and able to punch in only their second touchdown of the night. But everything else has been field goals. So again, Harlingen South defense has been playing heavily this first half, and that trick play just kind of caught them off guard.
Well, I got to tip my hat to the offensive coordinator for the Greyhounds, Steve Marroquin. I understand this is a two-man offense where they're running off Cavazos and this running back that they got going. But in order to call that play at the right time and catch this Hawks defense off guard, you got to give him credit, because now he understood that if they can score and put this one a little out of hand, and that's what he did.
Gabriel Pettis now on that return. He's going to come out to around the 20-yard line, maybe 21. And 2:03 remaining here in the first half, and I will say that the Hawks do have 2 timeouts remaining. There are lots of green to work with, right? So ball on the 20-yard line, they're going to have to go 80 yards here in 2 minutes, and with 2 timeouts, they can. I've seen them stretch the field this season. They have the big play ability. It's just going to be whether or not David Torres wants to take a chance downfield, or do you say, let's check it into the locker room, let's try to make some adjustments, get a breather, especially for our defense, and then come back out. They do get the ball in the second half. We'll see what happens here, folks, as it unfolds before our eyes. Thanks for listening to this live audio broadcast. David Torres now in the backfield. He's going to hand it off. A little sweep there on the outside, and a nice pickup there of a few yards. Trying to get to the sidelines. I don't think he'll make it.
Gabriel Pettis there on the carry for the Hawks. Is the jet sweep action yet again, comes from the far side of the field, takes that handoff, tries to peel it to the outside, but again, San Benito's defense doing a nice job of flowing over and swarming the ball carrier, limiting his gain.
All right, 2nd down and 7 now coming up for the Hawks, as David Torres in company, going with a 3-receiver set. And he's going to look downfield to pass. He's looking for his receiver. Here comes some pressure. Steps out to the left-hand side. Wants to pass it still. Going to dump it off. Intercepted San Benito's. He's trying to make the connection with Brandon Bender on the outside. And San Benito will get their 2nd interception of the game. Greyhound football with 1:18 remaining in the first half. And they're up 29-0 over the Hawks.
Nick Castañeda, the corner for the Greyhounds, right there on the play. Really sunk his hips. Sat there waiting for the quarterback to make a decision, and now Aaron, he had plenty of other options down the field to make a throw, but he ends up going for the quick 5-yard lob, and there he was sitting on the route, makes the easy money interception, and sets up that offense for another potential scoring opportunity here as this half dwindles down.
Well, I think he was looking for the big Bennett on the outside, and he failed to see the smaller Nick Castañeda, who was just kind of waiting, crouching for that ball. And so he saw that big orange jersey. He didn't see that smaller white jersey right in front of him, and so I really think that his eyes just, you know, kind of failed him on that one, because he was trying to run for his life and dump it off, and Ben is usually a good option to go to. But what a great job there by the San Benito defender. Here we go. Cavazos looks downfield. Here he has wide open down the middle. This is going to be another San Benito touchdown to number 6. That is going to be Avelino Garcia. And he just runs right up the middle. That the defense linebackers seem to be gone. That's a touchdown.
Well, one interesting thing about this play, Aaron, is Juan Velasquez, the offensive lineman for San Benito, but maybe looked like he was lined up off the line of scrimmage, so he was eligible to catch the ball. He flares out, looks at the quarterback in the backfield for a potential quick throw, pump fakes it, and next know you got a receiver up the seam uncovered for a walk-in touchdown. It does not get any better than that if you're the Greyhounds offense, and for the Hawks defense, it's got to be degrading to get scored on like that again.
35-0 is your score now, with the Hounds on top of the Hawks with 1:13 remaining in the first half, and the kick is up, and it is going to be good. So 36-0 will be your score now with 1:13, and really San Benito has really poured it on here in the past few minutes. Matthew, I'm going to go to you, and let's talk a little bit about
Professional advisors at Employee Retirement Services have been providing financial and retirement planning for many years for employees of different employment.
To help fulfill your retirement needs, come experience the difference with us.
And let's plan your retirement together. Call us at 956-440-8774 to schedule your appointment today.
And like we said earlier, the wide receiver flea flicker, Jacob Cavazos could do it with his legs. Also still at 68 yards. Same with the running back Castilleda with 72 yards rushing for San Benito.
All right, so there you go. San Benito has really been able to pick it up here in the end of the first half, and really, and again, we talk about the interception. We talk about just the 3 and outs, right? 2 in a row for Harlan South, 2 interceptions, 2 3 and outs in a row, and so San Benito's been able to capitalize on every single one of those turnovers, and so that's been kind of a backbreaker here for that Harlan South defense that really played so stout, especially in the red zone for a quarter and a half, and then really they're just at the point where it's just been carrying too much of the load. So the offense for Harlan South, it really has not been able to pick it up yet, and we're going to have a long kickoff here and a big block there, and brought out to about the 12-yard line or so is number 12, Gabriel Perez, but another long field to work with for Harlan South.
As the Hawks offense rolls back out on the field there, and I can only just guess that Richie's going to want to be as conservative as he can, put this one on the ground, into the locker rooms, try to regroup as hard as it is, being down 36-0. But at this point in the ball game, you do not want to risk another turnover. And giving the ball to San Benito right now is basically a touchdown per possession per se. So right now in this position, Aaron, I would be very surprised if they actually went to the air in a passing situation.
Yeah, so they have Quiroz back there, and Quiroz does a good job of being able to pound the ball there. And so I think they'll probably do that. And they're going to take the play clock down to 2 before they snap it. Now he's going to pass this one. He wants to get it out. That's a little dynamite guy on the outside, number 2, Austin Montalvo. And I can't tell, it looks like he's going to get out of bounds. So gain about 4 yards and then go to the air.
Austin Montalvo, as you just mentioned, that's just a quick little out route, trying to see maybe there's some opening out in the outside of that defense. But again, San Benito, they've been ready for any look they've received in this first half. So it's not surprising to see the Greyhounds defense putting the clamps on that outside pass.
Here goes David Torres again with Quiroz in the backfield. And they're going to go ahead and run a cover 1 safety here. And so they're kind of daring to pass the ball. He's going to go to the outside. He has Delgado, jump ball, and incomplete. Little jostling there, but that's going to be 3rd down for the Hawks.
Now, one thing that's interesting here, Aaron, is these San Benito corners, as for most of the Hawks opponents, they're undersized corners compared to those big, lengthy receivers. But even at that, they're doing a nice job of running with them and staying really right at the hip, denying them any right or opening to receive the ball. And to me, San Benito, you've got to be thrilled with their performances here in the first half, really taking away this pass game entirely.
With 53 seconds remaining, he's going to be a handoff to Quiroz up the middle. He's going to try to get as many yards as possible. Close to the first down marker, he should have it. And I think that we're seeing the last 1 or 2 plays here in the first half. But Quiroz with the first down, Hawks. First down. They go right back to work now. David Torres And he's got 26 on the play clock, 40 on the clock. Hand it off to Quiroz, left-hand side. He's going to push the pile forward, stays inbounds, and he's going to gain about 3 yards and bring it up a second down.
Looks like there's another flag there, Aaron. Maybe some extracurricular activity going on between both teams. Getting a little chippy. You know, the Hawks are on edge, trailing by this deficit. But San Benito, again, they got to be careful, trying to stay within themselves, knowing that just because you have a large lead doesn't necessarily mean you can get out of character.
That's right. And that's going to go against the Hounds. 15-yard pickup on the face mask penalty. And the Southhawks will be able to move the football closer to midfield. Now 32 seconds remaining in the first half. Your score is 36-0. The Hounds over the Hawks. 2 timeouts remaining for Harlingen South. Have not been in a rush to use them thus far. Torres in the backfield with Quiroz, waiting for the snap, takes it, play action, wants to pass. There's Delgado, just not in sync tonight. Incomplete pass out to Derek Delgado.
This offense has looked discombobulated, as you just talked about, Aaron. It looks like the timing is off with the receivers. They're still lining up in the same split wide offense. Receivers 2 or 3 to the right side, 1 or 2 down the bottom end. But San Benito, who's been playing cover 0 for most of the part of this game, maybe they have a 1 high safety look, but man-to-man coverage on the outsides and loading the box, daring Harlingen to throw. This far, they've shut down that game entirely.
Second down and 10. Handoff Quiroz right-hand side, and he's fighting, pumping those legs, trying to get some yardage on that one. Gets right back to the line of scrimmage, and not a whole lot more. And that could be the last snap of the first half. All right, they're going to go ahead and run this one down. And I think that'll be it for the first half, folks. The score again right now as we head into halftime is 36-0, the Hounds over the Hawks. And, well, right before, they're going to go ahead and say halftime. They're about to try to snap another one. So 36-0 is your score. And the Hounds in hand right now. They have the game in hand so far in this situation. And so definitely being, if you could say, a type of half that the Hounds kind of started off early and the Hawks were trying to hold on. Finally just kind of the dam broke. And the Hounds have really been able to pour it on here. So I'm going to go to Matthew here to kind of recap us stats-wise here in the first half.
Yeah, the first half, it's really been all dominated by San Benito's offenses. We're going to look at the yard-by-yard comparison. San Benito passing, they have 186 yards. Harlingen South, 16. David Torres, 2 for 10 on the night with 2 interceptions. Jacob Cavazos has only thrown 2 incomplete passes. So 186 passing yards for San Benito, 16 for Harlingen South. Rushing yards, 140 for San Benito, spread over 3 running backs, and 55 for Harlingen South. And for Harlingen South to get back, they really need to up those passing yards as they stack the box. That's what San Benito does. They're daring them to do it. They need to complete those passes.
Magic Cavazos, Isaac Signs, Aaron Signs, bringing this live audio broadcast. Thanks for listening in. KHGN Real Sports Live. Set your clocks. 28 minutes from now, we'll be back with second half live audio coverage here at Harlingen South taking on San Benito Greyhounds. So again, 28 minutes, we will be back. So set your alarm clocks on your phones, and we will see you here in a little bit. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for being with us. 36-0 your score here as we go to halftime.
Now entertaining football fans for over 40 years is the pride of San Benito, the San Benito Bells. This year, 8 Bells will make the trip to the Big Apple to perform in the 2018 Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade in New York City. And 1 Bell officer will make the trip overseas to perform in Rome, Italy at the New Year's Day Parade. Bell officers are 3rd Lieutenant All-American Trista Escalante, 2nd Lieutenant All-American Skylar Torres, 1st Lieutenant All-American Kathleen Gonzalez, Captain All-American Kayla Ochoa, Major All-American Daniela Nino, Colonel All-American and Miss High Kick Andrea Rodriguez.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Xavier. This is Sarge, and we're the owners of King Cuts Barbershop, and this is the King Cuts crew. Welcome to King Cuts!
We specialize in all kinds of men's cuts and hair designs. Keep yourself groomed. We'll take care of the rest. King Cuts, where fresh cuts are served daily.
Before you have time to worry, we'll get you taken care of fast and easy. Now you can get back to your day with a healthy smile.
Head to downtown Harlingen for great food, shopping, fitness, and fun. Welcome to Coletti's. Take a break for a quick lunch with handmade burgers, pastas, salads, sandwiches, and pizza. After a long day, have dinner with us where we have over 20 new menu items. Join us for Margarita Fridays and live music Fridays and Saturdays on the patio. Make any day memorable at Coletti's. Visit Coletti's.net. Downtown Harlingen. It's where you belong.
Hino Gas is a proud supporter of Valley High School sports and academics. We encourage you to be prepared for the fall and winter season. Visit hinogas.com to get your propane discount. At Hino Gas, we're here to help. Call us today.
It's always a holiday at the Restore.
Come check us out at 507 North 1st Street.
Miss a day, miss a deal.
We're open Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Visit us today.
Once again, let's hear it for your San Benito Bells. The Bell officer sponsors are Isabel de la Cruz and Elizabeth Corona Perez. Thank you, Bells. Now, taking the field, San Benito High School is proud to present the 2018-2019 edition of the mighty Greyhound Marching Band. San Benito CISD would like to wish the Greyhound Band the best of luck tomorrow as they compete at 7:30 p.m. at the UIL 6A 75th Annual Pigskin Jubilee at Bobby Lackey Stadium in Weslaco. We proudly support our band members, their directors, and their support staff as they represent San Benito. The auxiliary for the band include Color Guard Captain Dene Bautista and Brianna Cuevas, Color Guard Lieutenant Bianca Trevino, Color Guard member of the
cool weather. We've got a beautiful night for Friday Night Lights. Kickoff now will be turned by number 20 for San Benito. That is Castilleja. He's going to take it to the right-hand side. Here comes the would-be tacklers. Shakes off 2, 3. He breaks out to the 30. He slips another one to the 35, 40, 20, 50. Down at the 50-yard line is number 22 able to finally wrap him up.
Nice job there.
Matthew Lugo, baritone sax Alan Hurtado, and color guard members Dene Bautista and Brianna Cuevas. This year, the band has selected Nyx, the Goddess of the Night, as their 2018 UIL marching show, which features music inspired.
There's lots to see and do in the Rio Grande Valley. If this means the world to you, trust your vision to Gulf Coast Eye Institute. For over 25 years, we've served patients with comprehensive care using the latest technology. Our team of doctors cover a wide spectrum of eye care specialties with locations across South Texas for your convenience, and always treat you with compassionate care. We want you to keep seeing and doing everything South Texas has to offer. Gulf Coast Eye Institute, your world, your vision.
Pass up the savings at Mikasa Furniture. Score big at Mikasa Furniture.
7533 Boca Chica Boulevard, Brownsville. Looking to add that special look to your home? Then stop by Nip and Tuck Draperies in downtown Harlingen. With a wide assortment of draperies, blinds, bedspreads, and more, they specialize in creating exactly what you want. Quilting done right in the shop, in the workroom. Open Monday through Friday, or call today for free estimates at 956-428-4331. Visit us on Facebook or stop by 214 East Jackson. It's Nip and Tuck Draperies as you shop downtown Harlingen.
Cool Cool weather. We've got a beautiful night for Friday night lights. Kickoff now will be turned by number 20 for San Benito. That is Castilleja. He's going to take it to the right-hand side. Here comes the would-be tacklers. Shakes off 2, 3. He breaks it out to the 30. He slips another one to the 35, 40, 20, 50. Down at the 50-yard line is number 22 able to finally wrap him up.
Nice job there to them early and often, and they're continuing these designed quarterback runs. This Hawks defense has not been able to adapt to what they're running inside and outside, and they're making them pay for it.
2nd and 2 now for the Greyhounds. He'll hand it off. Castillejas, left-hand side. He's got space. Running to the corner of the end zone. He's going to dive in. This will be a touchdown, Greyhounds.
Get another stop, but right now with the Greyhounds knocking on the door, it's not going to be easy keeping them out.
It's not, but Southhawks, I know they're going to try their best to do it. 1st down and 10 now with 2:16 remaining in the first half. 22-0 your score. Hounds on top of the Hawks. Quick pass. Oh, it's going to be a little trickery, and that is going to be a touchdown for San Benito. Quick pass out to number 5, Brandon. It's going to be a little trickery, and that is going to be a touchdown for San Benito. Quick pass out to number 5, Brandon Valadez, who's behind the line of scrimmage, and then he just uncorks to the end zone. A perfect pass here, and it's touchdown Greyhounds.
That's Keith Wajardo, the one who's receiving that wide open touchdown and strolls into it. It's a quick bubble
right in front of him, and so I really think that his eyes just, kind of failed him on that one, because he was trying to run for his life and dump it off, and Ben is usually a good option to go to, but what a great job there by the San Benito defender. Here we go. Cavazos looks downfield. Here he has wide open down the middle. This is going to be another San Benito touchdown to number 6. That is going to be Avelino Garcia. Cool weather. We've got a beautiful night for Friday night lights. Kickoff now will be turned by number 20 for San Benito. That is Castilleja. He's going to take it to the right-hand side. Here comes the would-be tacklers. Shakes off 2, 3. He breaks it out to the 30. He slips another one to the 35, 40, 20, 50. Down at the 50-yard line is number 22 able to finally wrap him up.
Nice job there to them early and often, and they're continuing these designed quarterback runs. This Hawks defense has not been able to adapt to what they're running inside and outside, and they're making them pay for it.
2nd and 2 now for the Greyhounds. He'll hand it off. Castillejas, left-hand side. He's got space. Running to the corner of the end zone. He's going to dive in. This will be a touchdown, Greyhounds.
Get another stop, but right now with the Greyhounds knocking on the door, it's not going to be easy keeping them out.
It's not, but Southhawks, I know they're going to try their best to do it. 1st down and 10 now with 2:16 remaining in the first half. 22-0 your score. Hounds on top of the Hawks. Quick pass. Oh, it's going to be a little trickery, and that is going to be a touchdown for San Benito. Quick pass out to number 5, Brandon. It's going to be a little trickery, and that is going to be a touchdown for San Benito. Quick pass out to number 5, Brandon Valadez, who's behind the line of scrimmage, and then he just uncorks to the end zone. A perfect pass here, and it's touchdown Greyhounds.
That's Keith Wajardo, the one who's receiving that wide open touchdown and strolls into it. It's a quick bubble
right in front of him, and so I really think that his eyes just, kind of failed him on that one, because he was trying to run for his life and dump it off, and Ben is usually a good option to go to, but what a great job there by the San Benito defender. Here we go. Cavazos looks downfield. Here he has wide open down the middle. This is going to be another San Benito touchdown to number 6. That is going to be Avelino Garcia. Cool weather. We've got a beautiful night for Friday.
We are this close.
We're this close.
We are this close. Of wanting to making history.
This close to changing the world.
We're this close.
This close to making sure no child suffers a crippling disease
ever again. This close.
We are this close to ending polio.
Ending polio. All we need is you.
This close.
If we donate now, we may lose this chance forever. Help Rotary make history at endpolionow.org.
I opened Alex Restaurant with the intention to give people in Brownsville and those who visit us a very unique experience in the area of retail. We saw the need to give people a personal experience that only a boutique could provide. Here in Alexandria, what we work for is searching for different pieces, textures we bring from India, from Mexico, trying to make this a different experience. The people to find treasures here in their own valley. It's a pleasure to welcome everybody and making them a part of our family. We invite you to discover Brownsville. You can't miss it.
If you're looking for custom jackets, then you want Master Stitch. Custom embroidery and screen printing are what we do. Any logo or design, great quality at the right price. For shirts like this, it's Master Stitch. 2500 US 281 Edinburgh.
For over 65 years, VTX1 Companies has called South Texas home. And that means more to us than just being in a community. It means being part of the community. Through the good times and the hard times, celebrating every triumph, and lending a helping hand whenever we can. From farm to city and neighbor to neighbor, VTX1 Companies is there, bringing friends, families, businesses, and communities closer together. VTX1 Companies, connecting you since '52.
Lights. Kickoff now will be turned by number 20 for San Benito. That is Castilleja. He's going to take it to the right-hand side. Here comes the would-be tacklers. Shakes off 2, 3. He breaks it out to the 30. He slips another one to the 35, 40, 20, 50. Down at the 50-yard line is number 22 able to finally wrap him up.
Nice job there to them early and often, and they're continuing these designed quarterback runs. This Hawks defense has not been able to adapt to what they're running inside and outside, and they're making them pay for it.
2nd and 2 now for the Greyhounds. He'll hand it off. Castillejas, left-hand side. He's got space. Running to the corner of the end zone. He's going to dive in. This will be a touchdown, Greyhounds.
Get another stop, but right now with the Greyhounds knocking on the door, it's not going to be easy keeping them out.
It's not, but Southhawks, I know they're going to try their best to do it. 1st down and 10 now with 2:16 remaining in the first half. 22-0 your score. Hounds on top of the Hawks. Quick pass. Oh, it's going to be a little trickery, and that is going to be a touchdown for San Benito. Quick pass out to number 5, Brandon. It's going to be a little trickery, and that is going to be a touchdown for San Benito. Quick pass out to number 5, Brandon Valadez, who's behind the line of scrimmage, and then he just uncorks to the end zone. A perfect pass here, and it's touchdown Greyhounds.
That's Keith Wajardo, the one who's receiving that wide open touchdown and strolls into it. It's a quick bubble
right in front of him, and so I really think that his eyes just, kind of failed him on that one, because he was trying to run for his life and dump it off, and Ben is usually a good option to go to, but what a great job there by the San Benito defender. Here we go. Cavazos looks downfield. Here he is, wide open down the middle. This is going to be another San Benito touchdown to number 6. That is going to be Avelino Garcia. Cool weather. We've got a beautiful night for Friday night lights. Kickoff now will be turned by number 20 for San Benito. That is Castilleja. He's going to take it to the right-hand side. Here comes the would-be tacklers. Shakes off 2, 3. He breaks it out to the 30. He slips another one to the 35, 40, 20, 50. Down at the 50-yard line is number 22 able to finally wrap him up.
Nice job there to them early and often, and they're continuing these designed quarterback runs. This Hawks defense has not been able to adapt to what they're running inside and outside, and they're making them pay for it.
2nd and 2 now for the Greyhounds. He'll hand it off. Castillejas, left-hand side. He's got space. Running to the corner of the end zone. He's going to dive in. This will be a touchdown, Greyhounds.
Get another stop, but right now with the Greyhounds knocking on the door, it's not going to be easy keeping them out.
It's not, but Southhawks, I know they're going to try their best to do it. 1st down and 10 now with 2:16 remaining in the first half. 22-0 your score. Hounds on top of the Hawks. Quick pass. Oh, it's going to be a little trickery, and that is going to be a touchdown for San Benito. Quick pass out to number 5, Brandon. It's going to be a little trickery, and that is going to be a touchdown for San Benito. Quick pass out to number 5, Brandon Valadez, who's behind the line of scrimmage, and then he just uncorks to the end zone. A perfect pass here, and it's touchdown Greyhounds.
That's Keith Wajardo, the one who's receiving that wide open touchdown and strolls into it. It's a quick bubble
right in front of him, and so I really think that his eyes just, kind of failed him on that one, because he was trying to run for his life and dump it off, and Ben is usually a good option to go to.
Elevate your space in decorative wall panels from Sinlu. Our modular design fits any size room. Choose from a wide variety of textures and finishes. Artisans handcraft your new wall panels using our exclusive process and materials. Call Sinlu now to beautify your home or office.
If you drive a truck, we're looking for you. Rollins Transportation is now hiring non-CDL drivers for FedEx ground delivery routes. You must be 21 years or older, have 1+ year driving a 15-foot or larger box truck, have a clean background check, a clean driving record, and be able to provide a driving employment history. There are multiple open spots available. If you have what it takes to be part of our growing team, don't wait. Call, text, or email to apply today.
The new location for Children's Depot in Wesco is a third facility within our family offering high-quality education and infant care. Classrooms are filling fast, so take advantage of open enrollment today. School readiness curriculum, including science, technology, engineering, arts, and math. Children's Depot, the education station.
Lone Star National Bank is the #1 lender to small businesses in the Valley. For 35 years, we have invested in the health and well-being of our community. Lone Star National Bank. For 35 years, the Valley's bank.
Monster Car Wash has it all. Bring your ride and we'll make it right. Save $5 on the Golden Monster Wash with your ticket stub. Interior wipe down, vacuum and polish. Relax and grab a bite while we make your ride look new again. That's the good stuff. Monster Car Wash, #1.
Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles is your source for vintage, antique collectibles, vinyl records, and more. Located at 206 East Jackson in historic downtown Harlingen, it's Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles. It's a step back in time with a soundtrack like none other. Open Monday through Saturday, filled with memories and more. Forever Memories is for you.
If you just graduated high school, are looking to change careers, or to upgrade your job skills, Texas Southmost College is the place to start. With over 50 certificates and associate degrees to choose from, TSC has the career for you. At TSC, you get a quality education that's close to home. Earn a certificate or an associate degree and get the education you need for today and tomorrow's job market.
Wouldn't you like to be in demand?
Register now at Texas Southmost College in Brownsville.
Before you have time to worry, we'll get you taken care of fast and easy. Now you can get back to your day with a healthy smile.
Truck Techs in Harlingen is your source for lifts, wheels, and tires. Talking trucks of any size, any model, and any year. Specializing in accessories with top-of-the-line products to bring that special look to your truck in a professional way. Lifts, wheels, and tires, with financing available too. Call today or stop by Truck Techs in Harlingen.
By the San Benito defender. Here we go. Cavazos looks downfield. Here he is wide open down the middle. This is going to be another San Benito touchdown to number 6. That is going to be Avelino Garcia. Cool weather. We've got a beautiful night for Friday night lights. Kickoff now will be turned by number 20 for San Benito. That is Castilleja. He's going to take it to the right-hand side. Here comes the would-be tacklers. Shakes off 2, 3. He breaks it out to the 30. He slips another one to the 35, 40, 20, 50. Down at the 50-yard line is number 22 able to finally wrap him up.
Nice job there to them early and often, and they're continuing these designed quarterback runs. This Hawks defense has not been able to adapt to what they're running inside and outside, and they're making them pay for it.
2nd and 2 now for the Greyhounds. He'll hand it off. Castillejas, left-hand side. He's got space. Running to the corner of the end zone. He's going to dive in. This will be a touchdown, Greyhounds.
Get another stop, but right now with the Greyhounds knocking on the door, it's not going to be easy keeping them out.
It's not, but Southhawks, I know they're going to try their best to do it. 1st down and 10 now with 2:16 remaining in the first half. 22-0 your score. Hounds on top of the Hawks. Quick pass. Oh, it's going to be a little trickery, and that is going to be a touchdown for San Benito. Quick pass out to number 5, Brandon. It's going to be a little trickery, and that is going to be a touchdown for San Benito. A quick pass out to number 5, Brandon Valadez, who's behind the line of scrimmage, and then he just uncorks to the end zone. A perfect pass here, and it's touchdown Greyhounds.
That's Keith Wahardo, the one who's receiving that wide open touchdown and strolls into it. It's a quick bubble
right in front of him, and so I really think that his eyes just, kind of failed him on that one, because he was trying to run for his life and dump it off, and Ben is usually a good option to go to, but what a great job there by the San Benito defender. Here we go, Cavazos looks downfield. Here he has wide open down the middle. This is going to be another San Benito touchdown to number 6. That is going to be Avelino Garcia. Cool weather. We've got a beautiful night for Friday night live.
Our professional advisors at Employee Retirement Services have been providing financial and retirement planning for many years for employees of different employment.
To help fulfill your retirement needs, come experience the difference with us.
And let's plan your retirement together. Call us at 956-440-8774 to schedule your appointment today.
What's up, everybody? I'm Xavier. This is Sarge, and we're the owners of King Cuts Barbershop, and this is the King Cuts crew. Welcome to King Cuts! We specialize in all kinds of men's cuts and hair designs. Keep yourself groomed. We'll take care of the rest. King Cuts, where fresh cuts are served daily.
Before you have time to worry, we'll get you taken care of fast and easy. Now you can get back to your day with a healthy smile.
Head to downtown Harlingen for great food, shopping, fitness, and fun. Welcome to Coletti's. Take a break for a quick lunch with handmade burgers, pastas, salads, sandwiches, and pizza. After a long day, have dinner with us where we have over 20 new menu items. Join us for Margarita Fridays and live music Fridays and Saturdays on the patio. Make any day memorable at Coletti's. Visit colettis.net. Downtown Harlingen. It's where you belong.
Hino Gas is a proud supporter of Valley High School sports and academics. We encourage you to be prepared for the fall and winter season. Visit HinoGas.com to get your propane discount. At Hino Gas, we're here to help. Call us today.
It's always a holiday at the Restore. Come check us out at 507 North 1st Street. Miss a day, miss a deal.
We're open Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Visit us today.
Will be turned by number 20 for San Benito. That is Castilleja. He's going to take it to the right-hand side. Here comes the would-be tacklers. Shakes off 2, 3. He breaks it out to the 30. He slips another one to the 35, 40, 20, 50. Down at the 50-yard line is number 22 able to finally wrap him up.
Nice job there to them early and often, and they're continuing these designed quarterback runs. This Hawks defense has not been able to adapt to what they're running inside and outside, and they're making them pay for it.
2nd and 2 now for the Greyhounds. He'll hand it off. Castillejas, left-hand side. He's got space. Running to the corner of the end zone. He's going to dive in. This will be a touchdown, Greyhounds.
Get another stop, but right now with the Greyhounds knocking on the door, it's not going to be easy keeping them out.
It's not, but Southhawks, I know they're going to try their best to do it. 1st down and 10 now with 2:16 remaining in the first half. 22-0 your score. Hounds on top of the Hawks. Quick pass. Oh, it's going to be a little trickery, and that is going to be a touchdown for San Benito. A quick pass out to number 5, Brandon. It's going to be a little trickery, and that is going to be a touchdown for San Benito. A quick pass out to number 5, Brandon Valadez, who's behind the line of scrimmage, and then he just uncorks to the end zone. A perfect pass here, and it's touchdown Greyhounds.
That's Keith Wahardo, the one who's receiving that wide open touchdown and strolls into it. It's a quick bubble.
right in front of him. And so I really think that his eyes just, kind of failed him on that one, because he was trying to run for his life and dump it off. And Ben is usually a good option to go to. But what a great job there by the San Benito defender. Here we go. Cavazos looks downfield. Here he is, wide open down the middle. This is going to be another San Benito touchdown to number 6. That is going to be Avelino Garcia. Cool weather.
There's lots to see and do in the Rio Grande Valley. If this means the world to you, trust your vision to Gulf Coast Eye Institute. For over 25 years, we've served patients with comprehensive care using the latest technology. Our team of doctors cover a wide spectrum of eye care specialties with locations across South Texas for your convenience, and always treat you with compassionate care. We want you to keep seeing and doing everything South Texas has to offer. Gulf Coast Eye Institute, your world, your vision.
Pass up the savings at Mikasa Furniture. Score big at Mikasa Furniture.
7533 Boca Chica Boulevard, Brownsville.
Looking to add that special look to your home? Then stop by Nip and Tuck Draperies in downtown Harlingen. With a wide assortment of draperies, blinds, bedspreads, and more, they specialize in creating exactly what you want. Quilting done right in the shop, in the workroom. Open Monday through Friday, or call today for free estimates at 956-428-4331. Visit us on Facebook or stop by 214 East Jackson. It's Nip and Tuck Draperies as you shop downtown Harlingen.
We are this close.
We're this close.
We are this close. Of wanting to
making history. This close to changing the world.
We're this close.
This close. This close to making sure no child suffers a crippling disease
ever again. This close.
We are this close to ending polio.
Ending polio. All we need is you.
This close. If we don't act now, we may lose this chance forever. Help Rotary make history at endpolionow.org.
I opened Alex Restaurant with the intention to give people in Brownsville and those who visit us a very unique experience in the area of retail. We saw the need to give people a personal experience that only a boutique could provide. Here in Alexandria, what we work for is searching for different pieces, textures we bring from India, from Mexico, trying to make this a different experience. The people to find treasures here in their own valley. It's a pleasure to welcome everybody and making them a part of our family. We invite you to discover Brownsville. You can't miss it.
And welcome back to the second half live coverage, audio coverage that is, here at Bogus Stadium. Aaron Signs, Isaac Signs, Matthew Cavazos in the booth, and we're bringing you second half live audio coverage of the game. Harlingen South taking on San Benito Greyhounds. The score right now to get started, 36-0. The Hounds on top. We talked a little bit at halftime, some adjustments coming up. We talked about South, Isaac, and really needing to get some spark going here early on in the second half.
Yeah, right now, Aaron, as you just stated, South has really had a hard time really getting anything going offensively. You could see the Greyhounds defense. They've played a lot of man coverage on the outsides, daring the Hawks to go to the air. Now, one thing that I've noticed early and often is that there's been maybe a little bit of a miscommunication. The Hawks offense has been out of sync for pretty much the entire first half. And when you look at the scoreboard, it's 36-0. You understand that you're going to need to put up points quickly. And, you know, anything can happen in football. We've seen it at all stages, high school, college, and the NFL level. So if you're Coach Ritchie and you're this Hawks team, you want to come out, it's a clean slate in your mind and get going on what works with you and really make some adjustments in getting your receivers open on the outside.
Here we go, kickoff now. San Benito to Harlingen South, and here we go. Second half underway here. That'll roll out of bounds, and as we get ready to start the second half, I'm going to throw to Matthew Cavazos. Talk a little bit about what's the miracle that needs to happen in the second half for Harlingen South.
Really what I think they should try to do is put some faith in the quarterback, the young quarterback. He hasn't had a good showing so far, but I think it's time. You need to get some points on the board. You need to get down the field quickly, and I just don't think that you're going to get it with Hendrick and Quiros running throughout the clock, because what Harlingen South bases their offense off of is time of possession, and right now that time is not on their side. Time is of the essence, and I think it's time to give your young quarterback the green light.
Green light. Will David Torres get green lighted to let the ball fly here in the second half? Either way, it's going to be a good second half. Thanks for joining us again. We can only bring you this live audio broadcast, not able to bring live audio as per UIL rules. And so we thank you for listening in, tuning in, and we're ready. Second half underway here at Bogus Stadium. Harlingen South now. Torres handoff. Corbin Hendrick up the middle. Finds a nice gap. Falls forward. Gain of about 7 yards to get them going.
Right there, you're going to see number 27, Christian Cortez, the H-back who's been used in the first half as well, end line, setting up a nice block in inside zone, trying to set the tempo and pace here in the second half early. The Hawks know they need to establish this rushing attack before they can even turn to the air against a stingy San Benito defense.
And here we go, David Torres in the backfield now. He has Corbin Hendrick, and he has two wide receivers split this time, and so a little bit of different look for Harlingen South, waiting for the snap now. Handoff up the middle. Corbin Hendrick, he's finding a little space there, falls around the 40-yard line, going to be close to the first down marker.
So very similar look there for the Hawks offensively. Kept the offensive line moving forward in a downhill type of mentality. However, nice job of this San Benito defense. And number 94, Brian Lopez, of shedding some tacklers and able to wrap up that running back for a short gain.
So they're going to give him a first down on that one, and they're going to say first down Hawks. Here we go, 11:07. Thanks for joining us. Just getting the second half going. Isaac Signs, Aaron Signs, Matthew Cavazos on the call tonight, and we're excited to bring you this second half coverage. Stay with us, folks. It's going to be good. 36-0 is the score, but we got a lot of good football ahead of us. Here goes South Hawks getting ready. David Torres up on the line, getting his offensive line set. Here we go. He's ready. And we have Hendrick in the backfield. Sends a man in motion now. Snap, handoff. Hendrick up in the middle. Got some space to run. Past the half field mark there, down to the 46-yard line or so. And that's a big pickup there for Corbin Hendrick.
We're seeing San Benito. They're rolling out 4 defensive linemen here in the second half with some rovers on the outside. This time the Hawks' interior offensive line paves the way, gets some push up front, and opens up a lane there for that Hawks running back to gain some good yards there.
And this is the type of offense, Matthew, we talked about early on. This is what South does well. It's possession football, getting 6-7 yards per carry, and they're getting after it here in the second half so far. David Torres now. Handoff again. Corbin Hendrick finding a little sliver. 2-yard pickup for the running back.
And we're seeing this Hawks offense, Aaron. Coach Ritchie, it's kind of been one of the staples of his offense. Up-tempo, trying to keep San Benito on their toes. And really, Aaron, at this point, up-tempo seems like it's their only option. They're up against the clock, down 36-0. So look for this to be the case for the rest of the second half.
Got to keep that football moving. David Torres looking to the sideline. Wants that play brought in, and he's going to bark it out to the center. His guards get them set up. He gets his H-back ready to go. Corbin Hendrick in the backfield. 2 receivers to his right, 1 left. Shotgun formation now. Waits for the snap. Looks downfield, wants to pass. He's got Delgado on the outside. Jump ball. Incomplete pass, but there is a flag on the play. It's going to be interference. Don't know which way yet, but we're going to find out.
I think that's on the defense. Number 22, Hector Avalos, the DB, really going up in a one-on-one battle. Now clearly outmatched with his size. Didn't get his head turned around in time, Aaron. As you know, that more times than not draws a flag on the defense. However, there could have been some initial contact on the offense, so we'll see how this one shapes up.
And I'm going to check that it's 82 Carlos Guajardo on the junior receiver that Matthew talked about earlier, being another sizable receiver on the outside. That goes against San Benito. Pass interference, so first down for the Hawks, and they keep the chains moving.
So we finally see this Hawks offense go to the air. You know, they're trying to take advantage of these one-on-one matchups. Nice back shoulder throw, put it in good position, and at that point, the DB was unable to get fully turned around. That's what drew the flag.
Look in this matchup, wide receiver versus cornerback. There's about a foot difference in height. That's the open spot right there. Torres should keep going to it. Rolling to his right this time, wants to pass downfield. Here comes the pressure, so he's going to tuck it. Gets upfield smartly and gets out of bounds. Nice pickup, about 4, maybe 5 yards for the quarterback, and gets safe and out of bounds with the football.
Quick outside zone, kind of a screen look there for the Hawks. David Torres, good awareness. He could have thrown the ball, but at this point, not willing to force anything down the field. Again, credit San Benito's defense. Nice zone look. We're able to keep the receivers out in front of them, and Torres does the right thing, gets out of bounds, takes the yards.
Here we go, South Hawks trying to get some good film together, right? Second game of district. There's still a few games left to play. This district, 6 teams, 4 are going to make the playoffs. And so every game counts. And so now you got to treat this as 0-0 and try to get to work and get some good stuff on field to prepare for next week. David Torres rolling to his right, wants to pass, lets it fly. There he is, Bennett open, down to the 10. He's going to break a tackle down to the 5-yard line. The big junior there doing a great job getting open, catching the football, moving downfield.
There is Brady Bennett. As we talked a lot about him in pregame, Aaron, and one thing the Hawks are turning to is this quick rollout. They know the pressure they received from San Benito's defensive front, where they've collapsed the pocket. Now they're getting him out on the run, and that was a wide open zone. Good job of Bennett anchoring in his zone, and underneath the defense catches that one and turns it up the field.
First reception of the night, I believe. I'll go to Matthew here for stats in a second. David Torres now waiting for the snap. Looks downfield, going to hand off. Quiroz up the middle now, little bowling ball, trying to get upfield. Keeps his legs churning. Gain of about 2 yards for the running back. Call it Mighty Mike.
Now that was a lick there by Nick Castañeda of the Greyhounds. The inside linebacker came up, shot a gap, and really lowered his head to meet him head on. And that's a good job by him stopping his momentum moving forward. And the Greyhounds defense may be reeling, but we've seen Harlingen South have good success on defense. We'll see if the Greyhounds can replicate that.
This is almost a replica drive early on. The first drive for Harlingen South of the night, they got all the way down to the 3-yard line. They're about that mark right now. Second and goal, ball on the 4-yard line. Here we go, Torres now. He's going to play action, tosses it. He's got a receiver open in the end zone, and he catches it after a big hit, holds on, and that is going to be a Hawk touchdown. First of the night for Harlingen South, and that is 6 points on the board for the Harlingen South Hawks.
That was a play action inside zone. Great job of selling the run. That kind of forced San Benito's defense to bite and believe it was a run, but a nice pass, Aaron. You got to give credit there to David Torres, who's hung in there, and he had a pretty rough first half, but at the same time, he's able to come in and throw a nice ball over the middle and take advantage of that one-on-one coverage.
That was a nice touch. I'm trying to get a number for you there, right there. I don't want to call it the wrong one. I think it was 83, but I could be wrong. We're going to try to get that corrected for you all. But either way, it is Harlingen South Hawk touchdown. Talk to us about that drive, Matthew. You put some stats together here. It's a successful drive.
If you're looking for custom hats, shirts, or jackets, then you want custom embroidery and screen printing are what we do. Any logo or design, great quality at the right price. For shirts like this, it's Master Stitch, 2500 US 281 Edinburgh.
For over 65 years, VTX1 Companies has called South Texas home. And that means more to us than just being in a community. It means being part of the community. Through the good times and the hard times, celebrating every triumph and lending a helping hand whenever we can. From farm to city and neighbor to neighbor, VTX1 Companies is there, bringing friends, families, businesses, and communities closer together. VTX1 Companies, connecting you since '52.
And he was able to catch that cleanly, and he was able to survive that big hit also and hold on to it.
Yeah, and there's a double team look on him, almost knowing that they were expecting him to do something in the red zone. When you have a tight end that's built the way he is, now a nice loft pass, double coverage look, but because of his awareness to escape over the middle and really be able to fend off that nasty, as you just talked about, Aaron, impressive poise there from that tight end, and it gets the Hawks on the scoreboard most importantly.
Here we go now. And, of course, Greyhounds expecting perhaps an onside kick, so they got their hands team up front. They're going to go ahead and kick it deep, though. Here he goes, return, and he's going to take it out to the 15, trying to break a tackle, will not. So down about the 16-yard line, and that's that running back, number 20, Castilleja.
And, you know, the Greyhounds, looking at their defense, they came out really, you could say, a little overconfident. You know, they were like, we've been stopping them so far. And then the Hawks came out. I don't know what Coach Ritchie said in the locker room, but they really came out with a spark, with an energy, and they showed it there. And the Greyhounds, I think they weren't expecting. They caught them on their heels, and that's a really big part of what happened that first drive.
Well, this is where you find out who has the fight in them. And so 36-7 is your score in South. Going to try to do something to stop this Greyhound offense now. Nice handoff there, number 20. That's Castilleja's gain of 4 yards.
Busy night there for Castilleja, who was pretty much the second workhorse to this Greyhounds offense behind their quarterback Cavazos, who's been doing it all. So look for this offensive line from San Benito to continue to dominate up front.
Second down, Castilleja gets the call again, right-hand side. Close to that first down marker. Will they give it to him?
Right now, Aaron, I think the sense that I'm getting early is the Greyhounds, they just want to stay ahead of the chains. They don't want to really take any big risks. Stick to what works for them. That's Cavazos, and that is a heavy dose of this running back. And look for the Hawks. You're going to have to start to generate some pressure and get that offense back on the field as soon as you can.
One thing we have not seen yet thus far from the Harlingen South defense is really a good blitz package, right? And they've really been playing home base, but not really anything on the blitz. We'll see if they bring that out here in the second half. Either way, first and 10 as Castilleja moves the chain. 7:24 remaining in the third quarter. 36-7 your score. The Hounds on top of the Hawks. Man in motion now. Handoff on that jet sweep. Cuts it upfield now. Here comes some orange jerseys. Big hitting there in the middle of the field. Gain of 4 yards, but that's like a battering ram going against a whole bunch of would-be defensive tacklers, and he got bounced around a little bit there.
That's Keith Guajardo there for the Greyhounds, coming from the far side of the field, taking the jet sweep. Again, San Benito's offense has really done a nice job of making that left zone block all night long against Harlingen South's defensive front. They weren't able to generate an immense amount of space. However, there was enough production to get them a couple yards moving forward.
Penalty. 15 yards, first down.
So we have an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty against the cornerback here for Harlingen South, Isaac, and that definitely hurts in this situation. You cannot give up 10 yards like that. You have to play smart. That is a discipline issue right there. I know that they're hot. They're excited. I think they come out of this the locker room fired up, South has, but you got to control yourself. You got to control. You can't give up 10 yards on a penalty.
Right on, and especially at this point of the ball game, you can say it over and over because that's just the fact of the matter is that the South Hawks are going to need to generate, as he said, maybe a turnover, but definitely not a call like that.
Here we go now, handoff on again, that end-around sweep here. Going to cut it up the field now, trying to juke and jive his way to a first down. Going to gain up 9 yards on that pickup for number 34.
Now Castilleja, the running back for the Greyhounds, the lead blocker on that play, Aaron. You got to bring out the sauce. It was a pancake. He drove the corner into his own sideline in a beautiful lead block there for the Greyhounds, setting the tempo. Castilleja saying, I can not only do it on the ground, but I can also block for my teammates as well.
I tell you what, folks, this little chippiness is starting to get more intense here after the play, so definitely going to keep an eye on this. Here's another flag, and I'm telling you what, Isaac, there's a lot of tension building up on that field right now. The officials are going to have to step in on this one.
Yeah, a lot of extra things going on after the whistle. Now you're seeing some Greyhounds players lifting their hands up in the air as to say, hey, we're not starting any of this. But if you're Coach Ritchie and you're the Hawks, especially when you're down this big, you got to get your players in line, making sure that everybody is on the same vision and goal, which is play your reads right and play clean football.
So this is going to go against San Benito. It's going to be a holding call. And so definitely, like I said, folks, I know you can't see this, but I want you to hear the intensity in our voices, in that there's just a lot of little chippiness. And when I say chippiness, that means a lot of little extracurricular things happening after the snap. A lot of tension on the field. You know, South has come out on fire this second half. San Benito, of course, trying to maintain that big lead. So let's keep an eye on that, but the officials doing a good job so far. Second down now for the Greyhounds. Cavazos out to the outside. There's number 34 again. Makes a nice little move to the outside. First down and more, and then he's wrangled out of bounds about the 35-yard line.
Another quick bubble screen here to the short side of the field for the Greyhounds. Juan Constante, the outside receiver, the Z for San Benito, does a nice job of blocking down the field, which opened up some green grass for his teammate to find some success on that side of the field.
All right, here we go now. Cavazos right-hand side. He's going to take it on his own. Big block on the outside. Springs into the outside, close to the first down marker, and more first down Hounds.
Brandon Valadez laying the wood there, a crackback block on the South Hawks end, which I think could be called for a penalty, maybe a head-to-head helmet call, but nonetheless, talk about setting the tone here against the South Hawks, and I'm going to be interested to see what exactly is called here from the referee.
So this will be a late hit on the South Hawks. So that crackback wasn't called, actually, Isaac, that you talked about. This is going to go against the South Hawks. And again, I'm telling you folks that what we're seeing here is a lot of chippiness here. I don't want to focus on that. At the same time, it's important because it has resulted in a lot of penalty yards. I think we're about 40 to 50 yards just penalties on this drive right now. So definitely going to try to get this in control. San Benito now first and goal, and Cavazos pitches it out to the right-hand side, finds his man, gains about 5 yards and out of bounds.
You know, very similar look here, an approach from the Greyhounds. You're seeing a lot of double set wideouts, Aaron, to the top and to the bottom of the screen. Right now you could tell Cavazos isn't going to want to force anything down the field, so they're taking what the defense is giving them, which is a good 3 or 4 yards every time they go out to the bubble screen.
Second down and goal, ball on the 5-yard line for Cavazos and company. Wants to hand it off, he does, and then he's going to Castillejas up the middle. He's going to push the pile, and they're going to say he crosses the goal line. Another touchdown for the San Benito Greyhounds, this time on the back of number 20, Castillejas.
That's an efficient ball fake there from Jacob Cavazos, the quarterback. He faked the throw out to the outside and ends up handing the ball off inside. Good job of freezing the safeties out there, Aaron, because that kept them from collapsing on the run. Therefore, easy money for San Benito. Runs it up the gap for a touchdown.
That's another touch. I'm going to go to Matthew here on some stats on this one right after this extra point attempt. But the score right now is 42-7 with 5:43 remaining in the third quarter. And the Hounds go up yet another touchdown. And it's been an exciting second half so far. Here goes the extra point attempt. Snap is good. Place is good. Kick is up and waiting for the official. Does it have enough? And no. A little short blooper there after kicking some amazing field goals tonight. It's no good. So it stays 42-7. Matthew.
Yeah, on that time, Jacob Cavazos only threw 2 passes, completed them both, and he only gained 15 yards.
Elevate your space in decorative wall panels from Sinlu. Our modular design fits any size room. Choose from a wide variety of textures and finishes. Artisans handcraft your new wall panels using our exclusive process and materials. Call Sinlu now to beautify your home or office.
Versus Harlingen South. Is it as big as a rivalry? No, but there's still that San Benito versus Harlingen City, right? There's still that cross city, you know, a rivalry, if you will, and so that's why there's some chippiness. That's why there's some extracurricular stuff, because when it's Harlingen versus San Benito, whether it be South or High, San Benito's going to bring that game, man. They're going to bring it, and they're going to play tough. And South is learning now in their history to go ahead and bring that too. So definitely seeing perhaps a new addition to that rivalry develop before our eyes. Here we go. Kickoff is going to be muff, but picked up, brought out to the 5-yard line. Lots of white jerseys. Great move there up to the 15-20, down to the 19-yard line or so. What a nice move, because he could have lost a lot there, able to find a gap and shoot upfield.
Given the circumstance he had on that play where he fumbles the ball and really reared back all the way to the 1-yard line to pick that one up, Aaron. But San Benito, you got it. They've been really solid all game in keeping their lanes down the field in kickoffs, because at that point they were able to, they give them a little bit of yardage, but at the same time closing in on the runner. So very fundamentally sound on these kickoffs for San Benito.
And here we go. Harlingen South will take over ball on the 19-yard line. 5:32 is our score with 42-7. 5:32 is our time in the third quarter. 42-7 is our score here. The Hounds on top of the Hawks, and they have been dominating so far. But so far, if we just look at the second half, it has been actually 6-7, right? Because somebody will miss that extra point. So a touchdown for each. And so I'm taking it as we're looking at the second half as his own game, and it's been exciting so far. Delay of game, though, to start off for the Harlingen South offense. That will not help. That only hurts. So ball placed at the 14-yard line. David Torres and company now coming up to the line. You do have Bennett out spread as well as Delgado on the 2 wide receiver posts. And he's going to go and hand this one off on a sweep coming around the corner. There he is, number 2, Mr. Electric, Austin Montalvo. And a nice pickup there.
A lot of jet sweeps being called here for Richie and the Hawks offense. You could tell just trying to find their way and find an efficient play that can get them down the field. And that certainly seems to be something that's worked, because the Hawks have found some success when going to that play.
Here we go. Austin Montalvo, when he's touched the ball, he's gained some good yardage so far. Number 34 on the right-hand side. Nice pickup for the running back there. Haven't called his name too much, but Orlando Muniz, first down and more for the Hawks.
What a block there by Brandon Olivares, the offensive lineman for the Hawks. He drives the nose tackle off the ball, which then left plenty of room to operate for Montalvo. This Hawks offense moves the chains yet again, maybe finding a little bit of that rhythm, Aaron, that we talked about earlier in this game.
If the South Hawks would have started this game like this earlier, we would have a different score right now. I guarantee you this is the South Hawk football that South Hawk needs to play, and the fans want to see, obviously. Here we go. David Torres now sending Montalvo in motion. Is going to hand off right-hand side. Nice move to the middle of the field, and a great pickup again for number 34, Orlando Muniz, as he gets close to that first down marker.
Inside run yet again. Christian Cortez, the H-back, who's been really active, especially when it comes to lead blocking. He leads up right in that B gap, finds the closest linebacker, kicks him out, and leads the way for his running back. And there they go again. The Hawks really using that up-tempo. But Aaron, we're not used to seeing a team going to the run this often, considering the deficit on the scoreboard.
Oh, exactly, but they're chewing up 6, 7, 8 yards a run right now, and so you can't stop it. Keep running it. It's going to open up the pass, though, so get ready for that home run hit. I know it's coming. Here we go. Nice pickup again. First down for number 34, Orlando Muniz, as he's finding some space out there and getting some yardage. So you keep running the ball to stop it, or we'll keep doing it.
And look right now, you can tell that on San Benito's time, they're bringing in new linemen, so trying to keep some fresh legs in there, because going to the run this early and frequently is going to start to wear down this San Benito defensive front. I think that's what we're seeing right now.
So you got a speedster on the outside here, number 2, Austin Montalvo. Look for South to go for a home run play at some point in this drive. It's going to come because they're setting it up with a run. The run has been efficient. They've been churning up probably 4 or 5 yards on average per run. Here we go. Torres now sends his H-back in motion. He's got a Hendrick in the backfield rolling to his right now. Nice blocking setup. Wants to pass it. Tucks it now. He's going to go ahead and spin. A nice pickup of about 6, maybe even 7 yards, as Torres has done a great job all night of taking care of that football.
Brady Bennett, the big wide out there for the Hawks, was spread out on the bottom side of the field, double set for the Hawks. You could tell it was a pick play trying to free up the speedster Montalvo. It wasn't there, but heads up play there by Bennett to carry his block, which opened up the lane there for his quarterback to gain some positive yardage.
Second down and 4 coming up for David Torres now. We do have a man-to-man on the outside there. Watch out for that. But no, they're going to give it to Montalvo. The speedster on the outside, first down and more on this jet sweep. And tell you what, Austin Montalvo has showed up tonight. Matthew, we got a new name to be calling here in Bogus Stadium.
Yeah, we do. You can add him as a 4th running back, if you will, off those jet sweeps. He actually does have 3 carries, 31 yards, as they're using him more often in the second half.
First and 10 now for the Hawks. Here we go. David Torres now. Handoff. That's going to be Hendrick on the outside. He's a tough, strong runner. He's going to get 4 yards.
We're seeing a little bit more creativity come out from Richie's offense in the second half.
Yes.
We're starting to see some more diversity in the run, some jet sweeps. Getting Montalvo involved, I think, has been a key factor for the Hawks in the second half, because now you're seeing a different look, and you got to be able to account for the type of game-changing speed he brings to this Hawks offense.
Yeah, Austin Montalvo is a name that we've been calling tonight more than we have all season long, because we have not seen him on the field. Don't know what the story is. Love for Matthew to do your investigative work this next week and find out what's up with this kid, because he has got some electricity to him. Here we go, David Torres now. Going to look to pass on second down. Here you go. Wants to pass. Lets it fly. Almost intercepted as he was looking for Delgado on the outside.
That was about to be Isaiah Zimmerle's second interception of the night. That falls right off his hands. That's a rollout play there for the Hawks. And let me tell you what, David Torres maybe wasn't as accurate as he wanted throwing off that back foot. But San Benito played that look very well. They flowed to the ball on this short side of the field and really shut down what could have been a nice play and gain for the Hawks.
Third down and 7 coming up for the Hawks. Now 1:48 remaining in the third quarter. Your score is 42-7. The Hounds still leading by a considerable margin, but this has been an exciting third quarter so far. So thanks for joining us on this live audio. Torres rolling out to his right. He's going to tuck this one. Tries to evade the tackler. Cannot. Gets right back to the line of scrimmage, plus a couple more. So fourth down coming up for the Hawks.
This is obviously, Aaron, a go-for-it situation here on fourth down. They're going up-tempo here, trying to catch San Benito off guard. So Coach Ritchie clearly keeping that pedal on the gas.
Here we go, fourth down and 6. Torres are going to try to get a quick break. They don't. They're going to look to the sideline, waiting for the play now. And this is fourth down and 6. Fourth down territory, in my opinion. 1:15 remaining in the third quarter. You're down 42-7. You got the ball placed on the 33-yard line of San Benito. Why not go for it? Try to stretch the field here. You got Delgado on the outside. And then you have down here on the bottom side, Gabriel Perez as well. But before they can do anything, they're going to call that timeout. Will they come out with a punter, Matthew? What do you think?
I don't think they'll come out with a.
If you drive a truck, we're looking for you. Rollins Transportation is now hiring non-CDL drivers for FedEx ground delivery routes. You must be 21 years or older, have 1+ year driving a 15-foot or larger box truck, have a clean background check, a clean driving record, and be able to provide a driving employment history. There are multiple open spots available. If you have what it takes to be part of our growing team, don't wait. Call, text, or email to apply today.
Position to score the most amount of points you can. Punting, you can pin San Benito back, but if this was a one possession game, 2-possession game, that makes sense. But at this point, especially there's a minute left in the third, you got one more period left. You got to go for it. You got to continue to move this ball down the field.
All right, let's see if Coach Ritchie listens to the wisdom up here in the booth. That's why we don't get paid the big bucks for Coach Ritchie makes a decision on the field. But it does look like they're going to go for it on fourth down. So 4th and 6 coming up. Ball on the 33-yard line. 1:04 remaining in the third quarter. Hawks down 42-7 in the Hounds. Here we go. Torres now. Waits for the snap. Rolls to his right. Wants to pass. Let's go. There he is on the outside. That is the pass. This time they go to number 27. First time all game, Christian Cortez. And he'll have enough for the first down, I believe.
That was a pistol formation there from the Hawks. So a little new wrinkle there that San Benito really haven't seen very frequently. But a flag just tossed there, which could be on the Hawks. Aaron, talk about shooting yourself on the foot. That's certainly not a good case for a Hawks team that's looking to move the ball.
So 2 things right here. First of all, did he get the first down marker? If he did, then that is going to be a dead ball penalty. So he can still get the first down, but then they could push them back. So it is dead ball against Harlingen South, but it's still first down Harlingen South. So you got that, folks. He got the first down, dead ball, penalty. Hawks still retain the football.
Looks like maybe another timeout being called on the field, but going back to that play, that was a nice design roll out there for this Hawks offense, and we've seen a lot of that, Aaron, moving from east to west, not so much north to south, which is something I think that Ritchie has really put a strong emphasis at halftime, knowing how quickly San Benito was collapsing the pocket. You almost have to use a rollout in order to get those quick throws out from the pocket and able to move the ball down the field. And of course, the good run game with Montalvo has also opened up different play opportunities as well.
So I may have jumped the gun there a little bit, folks. They're actually going to measure now, and they're going to bring out the measurement, and they're going to say he did not get the first down. So a little twist in the drama there. And so then what this would look like then is that San Benito will have the football and the penalty will still be enforced in San Benito's favor. And so San Benito gets a march down the field with the turnover and down. So little wrinkle there, folks, and I jumped it a little bit there. And so it's going to be San Benito football, first down.
Well, that was one of the things that I could get a sense that they wanted to bring the chains out. Right. The officials signaled to bring the chains out just because the play was so tight down the sideline that there was really no clear way of telling initially had he stepped out of bounds in front of the pylon or not. But now this case, Aaron, goes back to San Benito, up 42-7. Minute left here in the third quarter, so we'll see what kind of approach San Benito is, because they're a feisty team, they're aggressive, and they like to keep attacking as they can.
Yeah, definitely. And San Benito, again, they don't like to take their foot off the pedal for sure, but I'm going to look on the field right now, and I'm going to say that I believe we have a new quarterback in for the San Benito Greyhounds. That's number 8, Smiley Silva, and he's going to hand this one off to a new running back, I believe, or one that we haven't seen in a while, number 14.
Yeah, that's Aaron Reyes, the new running back in for the Greyhounds. And another flag drops, and we'll see which one's this called. But looks like the Greyhounds are maybe trying to reserve those starters. Talking about these district games being so meaningful with such a big lead, that certainly makes sense for them right now.
Definitely. I'm going to go to Matthew here, a little stats interjection as we get ready to figure out what this flag is going to be.
Yeah, for the Harlingen South Hawks, they did just have a relatively big drive for them. And David Torres, he completed a 6-yard pass. And like we said, Austin Montalvo, they're getting him involved as he had a 13-yard rush as well as a 6-yard rush. And a couple pass plays that worked out. We called it to the sideline, but it was just a little bit short, and that's when it came back. But so far, David Torres, he went into halftime with 16 yards passing, and he's come out. And right now, nearing the end of the third quarter, he has 48.
So I think we're going to get a double flag here. Is that right, Isaac?
Yes, there's another additional call on Braden Alexander, number 5 for the Hawks, arguing the call against the ref. So another unsportsmanlike on the Hawks right here.
He's ejected from the ball game.
And unfortunately, he's going to be ejected from the ball game now as second unsportsmanlike conduct. And, you know, and whether he's right or wrong, you know, the officials making the call on the field. But definitely going to be a hit for Harlingen South, as he's just he's a tough safety, you know, for South, and a team leader there. And so, you know, again, folks, you need to feel, you know, if you can, just the energy on the field right now. I mean, these players, it's a 42-7 game, but I get the sense like both teams still want it, and that's a good thing. That's a good thing because you keep competing to the end. You just got to be able to control that a little bit, and both sides are getting a little bit chippy still. So either way, 1st and 10 for the Greyhounds, and they got a new quarterback. That's Mr. Smiley down there. He's going to hand it off to his running back, try to gain a few, and then he'll be stopped here, helmet rolling on the floor.
And I'm certainly curious, Aaron, you know, we've talked a lot about how this game has kind of gotten even more physical.
Right.
Some extra things going on after the whistle. And you're San Benito pulling your starting quarterback and running back in a game that maybe you could see some cheap shots, some extra stuff happening. That could make more sense in saying, hey, we're going to keep him on the sideline. We don't want to risk any potential injuries off and outside of this whistle.
Yeah, and a little bit here, I'm going to go to Matthew so we can talk about kind of the upcoming opponents here in district play that starts to unfold here. And so we'll go ahead and call this play right here. That's Smiley Silva on the right-hand side. He's got some wheels, folks. He's going to find a first down marker and more. And he's just pretty much like a wildcat style quarterback here, Isaac.
An outside run, basically a sprint, might as well say. But number 14, Aaron Reyes, a new running back, nice job of getting out to the space with the chop block, taking out that defender's legs and opening up a big alley for his quarterback to run.
Here we go, 1st down and 10, ball on the 25-yard line for the Greyhounds now. And a new set of quarterbacks, running backs, and the backfield receivers. And he's going to hand this one off on the jet sweep again. Nice pickup here, down about the 23.
Right now, I'm looking at it after each play. I'm seeing this San Benito offensive line. They're clearly getting the job done, putting the South defensive linemen on their backs at a pretty rapid, frequent pace, Aaron. And that's a testament to San Benito really being more aggressive and physical here in this third quarter. And as the linemen raise those fours, they can sense it. The victory is 1 quarter away as they now trot to the other end of the field.
The new location for Children's Depot in Wesco is a third facility within our family offering high-quality education and infant care. Classrooms are filling fast, so take advantage of open enrollment today. School readiness curriculum, including science, technology, engineering, arts, and math. Children's Depot, the education station.
1 for 42 yards, 1 for 21 yards, and only 2 incomplete passes with such a big game so far. And Kyler Castieda, as it looks like he's done for the day as well, he has 2 touchdowns, 1 12-yard touchdown, 1 5-yard touchdown, and he has 87 total yards.
All right, thank you, Matthew. And talking a little bit about upcoming district play here. Again, 32-6A, 6 teams in a condensed district now. 4 will make the playoffs, so it's still anybody's playoff chances after this game. But San Benito definitely doing a good job of trying to cement theirs early on in the season.
San Benito keeping the ball on the ground. No need to go to the air at this point in the ball game, especially with some backup reserves in there. Right now for the South Hawks, it's just a matter of still playing your strong sense of football, making sure, as you mentioned at the very early portion of this second half, Aaron, this is film, this is tape, this is an evaluation period for these coaches to see we're down by this many points, which players want to come up and show and get some more playing time moving forward.
Here we go, Smiley Silva up the middle of the quarterback keeper, and he has got some wheels, folks. It's almost like there's a brand new speedster on the field, and he gains a big chunk on that one. And the first down, they're in the goal line now. They're going to go right back to it, number 8. That's going to be Smiley Silva. It's going to be first and goal. Handoff on the right-hand side. Got another speedster on the outside. He's going to dive for the end zone. This should be a San Benito touchdown. Number 15, Olegario Rodriguez. But we do have a flag or flags on the field.
Looks like that potentially could be a block in the back here going up against San Benito, which will erase that touchdown. But Aaron, to this point, having the personnel and the depth to replicate that same 1-2 punch with a quarterback and a running back that can run and spread the field, that's a really good position to be in if you're San Benito.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, when you see teams bring in their second string, a lot of times you see a big drop-off. You're not seeing it here. You're seeing number 8, again, number 8, Smiley Silva, and in there with number 14, that is Aaron Reyes. I don't have the classifications. I'm curious to see if they're seniors, juniors, sophomores, who don't have that in front of us. But, like, you're right. To be able to replicate that same 1-2 punch, that's dangerous. So San Benito definitely has that in their favor. Going to be a keeper for Silva. Silva, really slippery runner. He evades 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's got one man to beat on the outside, down to the 5-yard line. That was an impressive run.
It really was. It's another quarterback keeper up the middle. And let me tell you what, Aaron, in this short time I've seen him run the ball, I almost seem like he's got more athleticism out in open space with the spin move, making some Harlingen South Hawk defenders miss him.
I definitely think he is a better runner than Cavazos, although we have not seen his arm. Here we go, Aaron Reyes to the corner of the end zone. This will be a touchdown Hounds, and this one should stick as the Hounds are able to punch yet another one in. That'll take them to 48-7 on the scoreboard with 10-13 remaining in the football game.
Yeah, earlier Aaron Reyes, the running back, takes a touchdown to the short side of the field. That's called back. He gets it down to the other end, and this one does count. And again, San Benito continuing to put that score on them and dominate the line of scrimmage. They're in the end zone yet again, and this ball game is now moving to what should be a 49-7 lead for the Rams.
Wait for this extra point right here. It's up, and it is good. Matthew.
Hey, you were talking about that District 6A playoff race at this point, and you have San Benito. They've gotten 2 big wins against both Harlingen, it's not over yet, but it looks like they're going to get 2 big wins over the Harlingen schools, and so they're going to have 2 of their next 3 games at home. Both of those home games are going to be Brownsville, Hanna, and Los Fresnos, 2 of the tough.
Lone Star National Bank is the #1 lender to small businesses in the Valley. For 35 years, we have invested in the health and well-being of our community. Lone Star National Bank. For 35 years, the Valley's bank.
Monster Car Wash has it all. Bring your ride and we'll make it right. Save $5 on the Golden Monster Wash with your ticket stub. Interior wipe down, vacuum and polish. Relax and grab a bite while we make your ride look new again. That's the good stuff. Monster Car Wash, #1.
And last year of district play, and that's when they made their last final push. I think their last game was actually here against Harlingen for the 4th spot. And so we saw it here at Bogus Stadium, and now it's back. They've had a whole year to refine that air raid system with their quarterback as he stayed back again, and he's back for leading the team. So That's another team to look out for. One of the 5 teams that could easily make a playoff
That's
spot.
exactly right. I think it's going to be 1, 2, and 3, and then I think 4 is going to be up for grabs. So South, I think, has maybe even a tougher road to playoffs from this point on. They still have Harlingen on the schedule. They still have Hannah. And they were able to knock off those Federals last week, so that was a big win for South, which keeps them in the hunt. But definitely dropping this one tonight, they've got to really do well against Harlingen High at Bird Bowl, and, of course, Hannah's going to be that other difficult one. So either way, Harlingen South's going to come out. Interested to see what kind of personnel they come out with here, Isaac. They're going to stay with their starting personnel. They're going to try to see some more people come in. We'll find out here in a minute.
Well, nonetheless, as deflating as this loss can be for the Hawks, you know, you still have some play after this game. You got to look beyond this, as hard as it is. Being a player, being a head coach on the field, when you're losing in such a lopsided game, stay focused. See what you got out there. Again, I'll say it, it's an evaluation period. You're going to see what you have, and as you mentioned, Aaron, this is a relatively young squad here for the Hawks, so this is just another learning experience that they can take with them and hopefully bounce back from here in the coming weeks.
All right, so we have a new quarterback in. That's number 10, Ryan Cortez, and so we're going to get to see him tonight. He is a senior, by the way, folks, so we've seen and called, obviously, since halfway last season, David Torres, who's a junior. So the junior starts over the senior, but now we get to see the senior quarterback. He's going to be in there again with number 34, Orlando Muniz. And so, you know, here's a chance. Get in there, see what you can do, and you got 10 minutes to play, and let's have some fun, right? So 49-7 is your score right now in the fourth quarter, 10:03 remaining, and the Hounds, of course, over the Hawks at this point, but it's still got some exciting football left ahead of us.
I wouldn't be surprised here. Coach Ritchie cuts Cortez loose and says, hey, let's see what you got. Yeah, complete the ball down the field. See if you can get a little bit of a momentum moving forward, because the senior playing this game, maybe he's got a little bit more experience. He's been waiting in the wing for his chance. Now he gets to see the field, and why not cut it loose and see what you can do with the new personnel you have on the field.
Here we go. Ryan Cortez, number 10, the shotgun formation, waits for the snap. He's going to go ahead and hand this one off. Jet sweep again. There's Montalvo on the outside. This time, not much there developing, and he'll get right back to the line of scrimmage.
That jet sweep was sniffed out by the Greyhounds defense, which there has been some success for the Hawks offense when going to that misdirection jet sweep. But this time, San Benito does a nice job of flowing to the ball and making sure that they're not going to let any big play go behind them.
Second down and 12, so he actually lost 2 on that play. He's going to wait for the snap now. Takes it, handoff up the left-hand side. There he goes, making a nice move. Muniz trying to get to the outside. He'll pick up about 6 yards on the play, get back some of that he lost and a little bit more.
Looks like South is still sticking to that same outside zone run. We've seen it all game long. Really, they're trying to get that bread and butter, so to speak, in that outside of the tackle, trying to use that hook block inside and pin San Benito's defensive front as close as they can to that center of the field. And right now, you're seeing the Hawks see some success in doing that here in the fourth quarter.
Ryan Cortez now waiting for the call from the sideline. 8 seconds left on the play clock, down to 6 now, 5. They may not be able to get one off before calling a timeout. South does have 2 timeouts remaining, and they're going to say timeout before they get the delay of game.
Timeout. Harlingen South, their second and a half.
Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles is your source for vintage, antique collectibles, vinyl records, and more. Located at 206 East Jackson in historic downtown Harlingen, it's Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles. It's a step back in time with a soundtrack like none other. Open Monday through Saturday, filled with memories and more. Forever Memories is for you.
If you just graduated high school, are looking to change careers, or to upgrade your job skills, Texas Southmost College is the place to start. With over 50 certificates and associate degrees to choose from, TSC has the career for you. At TSC, you get a quality education that's close to home. Earn a certificate or an associate degree and get the education you need for today and tomorrow's job market.
Wouldn't you like to be in demand?
Register now at Texas Southmost College in Brownsville.
That's Jacob Garcia there hauling in that one in what was a 4 verticals look where you had the tight end, a couple wideouts hitting that seam route. But a nice job there by Garcia, settling in near the near side of the field, near the sideline, hunkers down and is able to haul that one in, and a very nice play there, plus the added penalty yards for the Hawks.
Well, that was a nice looking play. You just talked about Matthew. He has the arm. That was a perfectly placed pass. Did a great job there. Did Cortez. And so I'm excited to kind of see what they have. You know, this is kind of the cool thing about these games. Yeah, it's a big score, lopsided score, but now we get to see some new personnel and see what other people have. Here we go, Cortez now handoff, and that's going to be Muniz up the right-hand side. Gains about 2 yards for the Hawks, and then he's taken down.
And I think we're starting to see some more rotation on San Benito's end, Aaron. I think we're seeing some new defensive linemen get in on some action as well. But as for their defensive look, it's been the same all night. They're having the 3 defensive linemen, a rover off that end, and really just trying to contain Harlingen South's offense as they work both vertically and really not much north-south up to this point, but San Benito clearly also seeing what else they have in the deep rotations.
Here goes Muniz on the left-hand side, finds a nice gut to get through out to the 20-yard line. That's a beautiful pickup for number 34, and he's going to get those clocks, those markers moving as the clock continues to tick. 7:45, 49-7 your score here. First down, Hawks.
Muniz right now, looking at the roster, he's a junior, so he's still got another year. And right now, he looks like he's got a nice running style, really a physical runner. He's the hammer, so to speak, for the Hawks. So you got to be encouraged of what you're seeing with this Hawks offense that's on the field. They're moving the ball in the red zone, approaching that very soon. So nice tempo as well for this Hawks offense on this drive.
What I like about Muniz is his vision. He just seems to be able to find a gap and get through it. So he definitely has some good eyes on him. Here you go. Again, finding a nice little crease right there on the right-hand side of the line. Gains about 5 yards on that carry.
Just, I mean, basically feeding him the ball, letting him get into rhythm, because one thing you see with these running backs is once they're able to see the ball in a consecutive drives, consecutive plays, they start to get a good nose and a good read as to what gaps to shoot, what's open, and give credit to the South offensive line. This drive, they've been able to generate some push up front.
Yeah, and definitely some big boys there on the line for the Hawks. I'm looking at the left tackle here. He's got some good size on him and able to make up some nice holes there. Cortez sends his man in motion. That's the speedster Montalvo. This time Muniz will get us into somebody different. I'll get you a name here in a second. Takes it up to the left-hand side, past the 10, down to the 7-yard line. So I think that's Corbin Hendrick.
That is Corbin Hendrick. That was a jet sweep misdirection, trying to catch San Benito, chasing the jet sweep, and they come right back down the weak side and able to get some production there from Corbin Hendrick, Aaron, who's had a really quiet night for the most part, but trying to get him the ball because, you know, he's one of the big playmakers for this Hawks offense.
He did start the night tonight for Harlingen ahead of Quiros, and so he was able to do that, but we kind of, you know, he came in and out of the game, but he's back here at the end, and he's a hammer. He's able to keep his legs moving, and so he'll stay in the game. Cortez now, kind of pistol formation here, offset a little bit. Gonna wait for that snap now. Low snap, picks it up. Hendrick off the left-hand side. Great stop there by the defensive lineman, not letting him go anywhere.
There on the tackle was Sam Iasi for the Greyhounds, whose helmet actually popped off during the play, but he basically reads that play, makes a nice read, runs and chases it down the line of scrimmage, is able to corral the runner, and San Benito now, once again, subbing out some of those defensive players, getting in new players in order in what's been a very long, methodical drive for this Hawks offense.
That's right. Matthew, you got anything here?
Yeah, I was just looking at the distribution of ball carriers. So Corbin Hendrick has 12 carries, Emilio Quiros has 8, and Orlando Muniz now has 9.
Wow. And he's going to get it again right there, so make that 10. Up the middle. So pretty good distribution there. And Muniz, that's a 9th carry for him.
Spreading the ball around when you have a bevy of running backs, it never hurts to get the ball in each of their hands to see what they can do. You know, these running backs, they love to get the opportunity, and at this point in the ball game, you know they're inching closer toward the goal line. If there's anything that you can say in this type of lopsided affairs. If you can pound it in with the run game, there's always an extra emphasis and grit to that aspect of the game.
Here we go, Ryan Cortez. Now the senior quarterback's going to let this one fly to the back of the end zone, and it is caught. Is it inbounds? Yes, it is. That's touchdown. I believe touchdown number 2 for number 82, Carlos Guajardo. And what a beautiful placed pass right over that shoulder where only he could get it. And that's his second touchdown reception of the night.
As you mentioned, second time. And you know what? Seeing him get in the end zone a second time just shows you that his ability to create separation in the red zone, make something happen in the end zone. And what was really a jump ball situation, you're seeing these 50-50 balls, and a nice job of him making that adjustment midair, and as well the quarterback having faith in the big body target to get in the end zone for this South Hawks offense.
All right, here you go. Extra point attempt now for Harlingen South. The kick is up, and it is good. And so with that, we got 14. So 49-14 to score now with 5:15 remaining in the ball game. And how about Ryan Cortez coming in the ball game? Doing a great job, Matthew. He's able to move that offense, and he just had a couple of pretty balls that were at the right time, right spot, where only the receivers could catch it. I'm impressed.
Yeah, he called it 2. He only had 2 passes, but they were both big gainers. I mean, he had one. They were.
Before you have time to worry, we'll get you taken care of fast and easy. Now you can get back to your day with a healthy smile.
Truck Techs in Harlingen is your source for lifts, wheels, and tires. Talking trucks of any size, any model, and any year. Specializing in accessories with top-of-the-line products to bring that special look to your truck in a professional way. Lifts, wheels, and tires, with financing available too. Call today or stop by Truck Techs in Harlingen.
The situation, right? And so 49-14, but really I've enjoyed the second half more than I did the first half. The first half was really just a runaway by San Benito, but the second half, it's been some exciting football.
Yeah, and you know what? You got to give a lot of credit there to Orlando Muniz, the running back number 34 for the South Hawks, who really carried majority of that drive, that touchdown scoring drive. Now, we've seen these running backs see plenty of touches for a lot of this personnel that the Hawks are deploying here tonight. But, you know, I'm interested to see, Aaron, you know, Coach Ritchie, looking at it from his viewpoint, seeing what else he's got in this quarterback, another running back, and maybe the strong performance and the effort they're putting forth out here could maybe get them some playing time, especially in crunch time situations.
Well, last year, Coach Ritchie put in David Torres in the middle of the season and said, you run with it. And so, you know, that's not out of the realm of possibility. Do I think Torres' job is in jeopardy? No, I don't think so. At the same time, looks like the South Hawks have a really good backup with Ryan Cortez, who may be ready to go at any point.
Yeah, really just giving them playing time for next man up situation.
That's right.
You know, you never want it to happen, but it does happen in this sport and every sport. If someone goes down, you have to have your next man ready, and Cortez looks like he's ready for the big time if they need to call upon his name. And another thing about David Torres, excuse me, you were talking about they threw him in middle of the season. Not only middle of the season, but in the biggest game that he could possibly ever play. You know, unless you count this Bird Bowl and next Bird Bowl. But those are the 2 biggest rivalry games that he will ever see, and they throw him his first start. So you want to talk about throwing into the fire. Nothing's out of the picture with Coach Ritchie.
No, that's right. That's right. You know, he's going to find out what personnel. And I think, you know, in starting his 3rd season here, you know, he's still trying to figure out his system. And I tell you what, his system, I'll tell you what's happening with his system is that more players are showing up to play than ever before. And he's definitely got something going. So that's exciting. A little bit, great thing happened here, Isaac, you know, on that kickoff. He kneeled it inside the 5-yard line. That was I don't know how smart that was. So somebody was way backed up here on their own goal line.
Yeah, maybe just a mishap there at this point of the game. And, you know, credit the kick. It was nice. Put it close to the boundary. And instead of really wanting to make a play.
Our professional advisors at Employee Retirement Services have been providing financial and retirement planning for many years for employees of different employment.
To help fulfill your retirement needs, come experience the difference with us.
And let's plan your retirement together. Call us at 956-440-8774 to schedule your appointment today.
everybody. I'm Xavier. This is Sarge, and we're the owners of King Cuts Barbershop, and this is the King Cuts crew. Welcome to King Cuts. We specialize in all kinds of men's cuts and hair designs. Keep yourself groomed. We'll take care of the rest. King Cuts, where fresh cuts are served daily.
4:35 remaining on the clock now. Second down, 2 to go. Smiley Silva waiting for the play from the sideline now. And we're about 12 on the play clock as well. And so not a lot of rush to the line of scrimmage as we saw earlier in this football game. Obviously, just going to take some time off the clock here. Nice pickup by the running back. That's going to be, I believe, Aaron Reyes. He'll have a first down, so they'll stop the clock momentarily, then they'll get rolling again.
Reyes, a nice, tough run up the middle. You saw the Hawks defense collapsing on them, just trying to stop and really get their offense one more chance in this game, because it doesn't hurt to see another drive strung together. But credit San Benito, because with another unit in there, Aaron, they've really kept that offensive efficiency going in the run game, especially with that read option, jet sweep, and inside zone run.
We'll talk about it. You know, South having a good backup. San Benito has a good backup in number 8. That is going to be Smiley Silva, and he's definitely a running type quarterback, and he can run that ball like almost nobody else I've seen tonight. Very impressive. Handoff here on this one. They'll lose about 2 yards on the play.
Yeah, on the carry there for the Greyhounds, number 23, Tommy Castro, who, we have to check with Matthew, but I think that could be his first carry of the evening, just trying to get him involved in the action as well. But right now, clearly, San Benito milking the clock, letting it go down before they even line up at the line of scrimmage. Offensive linemen awaiting the play calls. We can imagine this is just going to be kept on the ground for now, Aaron.
Yeah, definitely. Down to 12 on the play clock. They're going to let it get within single digits then, and then allow that clock to continue to run. 49-14 your score here. Thanks again for listening to this live audio broadcast, folks, for staying with us throughout this game. If you're still with us, we appreciate you tuning in. And here goes San Benito now. Silva on the left-hand side. He's working towards that first down marker. He's not going to get close to it even, but it looks like he'll stay in bounds and it'll keep the clock rolling.
That's one play that I've seen San Benito turn to more times than not. It's kind of an outside zone quarterback dash, so to speak. And with that play comes a lead blocking situation for the tailback. And almost every single time I've seen that run, that tailback is going for the cut block. And more times than not, they've had success opening up that space for the quarterback.
Definitely. You know, I was about to say, folks, after a while after the game, you can go back and watch the video along with this audio. But I remember last week's game, hearing that some of those coaches do not allow for the video to be published. So you may not get that this game, so you may just be stuck with your live audio, and each coach has to agree on that. So that is within their rights to do so. But again, we just thank you for joining this live audio, and it probably will say just an audio broadcast.
Yeah, San Benito's very, really, you could say, protective about their playbook and their style, because well, that's just, you don't want to give away too much of your hand to opponents.
And again, within their rights to do so. And so both coaches have to agree for the video to be released. And I just remember last week hearing Mr. Joe Bowling was on the call, Real Sports Live, and he said San Benito does not want their video out there. So you may not get it, but thanks again for this live audio. We really appreciate you sticking with us to this point. Again, it's 1:40 and ticking left in the fourth quarter. Score 49-14. A nice pickup there for Reyes on the outside there, and keeps the Greyhounds in position of football a little bit longer.
Yeah, and you know, if you're the Greyhounds, you're coming off a big win over the Harlingen Cardinals. So they went over for a sweep over the Harlingen schools up to this point in the year. But you got to be happy if you're San Benito with this showing, especially at this point in the season. And as for the Hawks, you're going to be dropping below that 500 mark. You're now 3-4, but you also have to understand that they're very much alive in the playoffs, Aaron. You mentioned that they're going to still have to go play the Cardinals in the highly anticipated Bird Bowl, which should be something to watch coming in the next couple of Fridays. But plenty to build off of here, the Hawks.
Smiley Silva is going to rip a long one right here, folks, and we're going to have to get the stats on that one. But he's elusive. He's slippery. So I'm going to say slippery Smiley Silva, man. He can run the football, folks. For those of y'all listening, but he just tore off a huge chunk right there. It looks like he stepped out of bounds, you know, a little bit sooner than where he ended up. But either way, big chunks of yardage picked up by Silva.
Now, I'm not Dan Gomez, the head coach of San Benito, but I'd strongly consider getting, Smiley Silva involved. Get him the ball in his hands. Yeah, and incorporate him in some looks, but it looks like this guy's too talented to be a reserve and having his talent being on the sidelines.
He can run the ball. Put him in a wildcat formation or something. Let him run that football. He can run. So anyways, 45 seconds ticking, and that we'll have one more snap, though. It'll probably be another victory formation snap. But Matthew, anything here to kind of close out the evening?
The first half was really dominated by San Benito. They came out strong, they came out physical, and it looked like their energy was not matched by Harlingen South. But then the second half came around, and Harlingen South came out with a different intensity than I saw in the first half, and they matched. And if they had started off the game like that, this score would be a lot closer than it is. So just really, a lot of it was effort and then discipline at the end. I know it's hard to stay in the game whenever it's like this, but it's really not a good look on the program. And Coach Ritchie, if he gives laps for discipline, I expect them to run a couple miles.
Definitely. It's a good learning experience altogether. I'm going to give it to Isaac, a game recap here for us.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and kind of follow off you, Matthew, your point, right? We saw this game early and often. San Benito came out. They came out, punched Harlingen South in the mouth. I mean, put it no other way. They were more physical, a little more aggressive at the line of scrimmage. The first half was just completely one-sided. But credit Ritchie, Aaron. These players in these circumstances, knowing that you got a large fan base at home watching you, and it is humiliating. Being a player in a high school program, that's just what comes with the territory. And they could have easily laid down in the second half and let San Benito run all over them, but they still had a sense of pride. Now, could they have controlled their tempers a little better? Certainly, yes. But at this point in the ballgame, Aaron, you got to credit Harlingen South for coming out. But at the end of the night, when the dust settles, which it has, San Benito was a better team. They were more prepared, and it showed throughout the entirety in the 4 quarters of play tonight.
Yeah, definitely. I'm watching here on the field, some good sportsmanship being exchanged back and forth between the two teams. And so that's the way it should be. Between the whistles, give it all you got, and then after the game, good sportsmanship. So I am happy to see that right now. But again, hey, thanks for tuning in to this live audio broadcast. It's been a joy. It's been a pleasure bringing to you Aaron Saenz, Isaac Saenz, Matthew Cavazos here. KHGN, the team, doing a phenomenal job along with Real Sports Live. We're thankful to bring you this broadcast. 49-14, your final score here from Bogus Stadium on these Friday Night Lights in Harlingen, Texas. 32-6A football. Another one in the books.